Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are so excited that you are joining us this evening. This is day number 3 of our Commander tournament, where we are raising funds for St. Jude Children's Hospital, an amazing organization that treats the toughest childhood cancers and pediatric diseases. We have 4 incredible content creators this evening who are going to be battling it out for our spot for Pod 3 in our fifth and final game happening on Friday. So far, Misha and Alex have won, and I think that somebody in this pod is going to give them a real run for their money on Friday. But first, we have to get there. Before we get there, though, I do want to tell you about some of the really fun ways that you can affect the game that these folks are going to be playing. For a donation of $15 or more to our Tiltify, which is pinned in not only the YouTube but also the Twitch chat, you can make all players, get 1 floating mana to be used during their next turn. Sounds pretty nice, right? Don't you want to be nice to them? If you don't want to be so nice to them, you can donate $50 to make them mill 2 cards immediately. There's no Mothman this evening. I know that we had a Mothman last night. Not tonight. For $25 or more, you can make all players draw 1 card immediately. For $35 or more, you can give all players a +1/+1 counter to put on a target creature immediately, or create a fish token immediately. That's a 1/1. And finally, for $100 or more, you can make all the players either tell an embarrassing story or a joke during their next turn, or else they'll take 1 point of commander damage from each opponent, and they'll have to sacrifice 1 non-land permanent. So there are a lot of fun ways that you can cause a little mayhem or also help out the people you see on stream. Our goal for this tournament is $1,000, and I thought that I would share a little bit about how every dollar makes a difference at St. Jude Children's Hospital. For $1,000, we could help cover the cost of airfare for 3 St. Jude patients and 3 parents. If you're not familiar with St. Jude Children's Hospital, when a child is going and getting treatment at the hospital, their parents don't pay, or caregivers don't pay for their treatment. They also don't have to worry about gas and food and housing. St. Jude truly is taking care of these families during their time of need. So please, if you're able to donate, check out the link in our Twitch or YouTube. So that's enough of me talking. I want to throw it over to the amazing players that are going to be playing tonight. So I think that Nick is going first. So, Nick, could you introduce yourself as a human and who you'll be playing tonight?
Yes, hello. I am Nick, a human. My pronouns are he, him. I am a relatively new to the Magic scene. I started playing Commander about a year and a half ago, and I'm all in. I've really enjoyed playing it this last year and a half. It's been great for my mental health. I was a Magic the Gathering ambassador for the Innistrad Remastered and Aetherdrift sets, and I got to go to Chicago for MagicCon. I will not be at Vegas, but I will be at Atlanta, so I hope to see some of you guys there. I'm also the community manager for Shard Tabletop, a virtual tabletop for 5th edition D&D. And tonight I am playing Felithar the Steadfast, one of the precons from the recent Tarkir Dragonstorm set that has been heavily upgraded. I pulled out a couple cards just to bring it back down to bracket level 2 for tonight's game, but Felithar is all about the big butts, big booties, makes it so all of my creatures deal damage equal to their toughness rather than their power. So I've got a lot of like 0-13s and things like that. So
So a good,
excited.
honest game from you then.
Yeah, good honest magic.
Because if you like big butts,
Yeah, exactly.
you
Then
cannot lie.
Yeah, exactly. The name of this deck in my Mox Field is ILBBAICL.
Hell yeah.
And popcorn to the next player.
Oh, I'll popcorn over to my friend Omega.
Oh, it is me. Hello, everyone. Hope y'all are having a wonderful day. My name is Omega Jones, also known as Critbard. Critbard across all social media channels by pronoun he and they. I'm a professional actor and vocalist turned tabletop gamer, designer, jack of all trades, master of like three of them is my current tagline. Very excited to be here raising money for St. Jude as I am a St. Jude ambassador. If you couldn't tell, I actually have a St. Jude computer mat right now. All the art, all the art on the mat and things like this are made by patients, including Fever Fighter, who, if you didn't know, is now a global emote on Twitch. So check that out right now, Fever Fighter, and get the Fever Buddy in front of me. Either way, I'm very, very excited to be here because St. Jude is near and dear to my heart as someone who is a part of the St. Jude Play Life family. And yeah, today I will be playing Morska Undersea Sleuth. She is all about card draw, getting clues, and just having fun. While it's not named it in Moxville, this deck is called the Disney Channel original movie seminal classic Get a Clue. So that's me, and this is clearly Lindsay Lohan. I will pass it down to Hello Mare.
Oh, hello there. My name is Mare. I am all over the internet as Oh Hello Mare. I'm an actual play performer. I run games on Start Playing Games. I daylight as a theater and history teacher. So Magic the Gathering is incredibly new to me. Over the course of 8 hours, I went from not knowing what Magic the Gathering was to playing my first Commander game with Forever GM Justin. So it's been a wild ride since then. I have an awesome pod of other creators who have been holding babysitter hours for me. So it has been a lot of fun learning. And today I'm going to be playing with Bello, Bard of the Brambles. A nice little trash panda who plays with trash and turns it into things that fight you. So, I'm very excited to see if I know how to play this game. So, we're gonna have a lot of fun here, and I'm really excited to be doing this for a charity. Children's hospital charities are near and dear to my heart. So, I've been a part of other different ones as well. So, this is incredible. It's all for the kids. And I will pass it on to our last companion. I've lost where I am on here.
I'm
You haven't
Tulak.
gone.
It's
Go.
fine. Hi, everybody. I'm Tulak. I'm Phil, Tulak, whatever you want to call me. I do a bunch of video games. I used to do Dungeons and Dragons. Now I started doing Magic the Gathering over on Tulak the Cardbarian. That's probably the most relevant channel for all of y'all to check out. My whole thing, I love building commanders that are less popular. I'm stoked to be here today for St. Jude's. Oh my goodness, my cat is not stoked to be here, so she's going to go run around, I guess. Jump off my lap and scare me in the middle of my introduction. But yeah, let's raise some money. Let's play some Commander. Let's do this darned thing.
You heard Phil. Let's do this darned
Oh,
thing.
I'm supposed to say what commander I'm playing. I'm playing Borborygmos and Fibblethip. I chose this commander because they can't target my commander if they can't say my commander's name. I will spell it out for everybody in chat.
All right, my friends, are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I was born ready.
Incredible.
All right. So wait, am I good to go? We're all happy with our hands?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to draw. Oh, good. I needed one of those. I'm going to play a Plains, and I'm going to tap it, not for a Soul Ring, but for a Perimeter Captain. A 0/4 Defender that lets me gain 2 life if a defender of mine blocks. And I will pass.
Nice. I have nothing to tap or upkeep, so I will just draw. And I will play good old it doesn't matter. Good old Reliquary Tower. And I will pass.
All right. Untap, upkeep, and draw. I don't have anything to untap or upkeep, but I am going to, while others may have decided not to play a land and a soul ring, I have decided to play a land and a soul ring. I am learning. And then from there, I'm going to tap I'll tap my Soul Ring to bring out Lightning Greaves, making sure it's on the screen.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry about it. That's
Before you
we'll go
end
ahead
your
and call it.
turn, we're actually going to give a shout out to Tenth Wing for donating $25 to make all of
Whoa.
our players draw one card immediately. Thank you so
Ooh.
much.
Ooh.
Thank
The
you,
comment,
10.
I feel like I need to read it out loud. It says, "Draw your first pathetic card, Yugi." I know
Good.
we're not playing Yu-Gi-Oh today, but that just made me chuckle. Thanks so much for supporting
Alright.
St. Jude.
Thank you, 10th.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
that. Making my hand a little bit better right before my turn. All right, my turn.
That is true.
I'm going to remember to
Indeed.
draw for turn. And I will go ahead and... Oh, I actually will have to discard a card because I don't have a turn 1 play. I'm not fancy. I will go ahead and hit the training center, which would enter tapped if I didn't have 2 or more opponents. But I have 2 fantastic opponents here, the best opponents in the business. And I will discard this Gruul Turf, as it were, because I hate turfs. And I will pass the turn to Scry Society. Over to Nick.
Yeah, I realized I actually did a terrible job. I didn't actually introduce myself as Scry Society. I'm
I'm here to do it for you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, only the name I've been trying to build for myself for the last 4 years. Yeah, hey, it's me, Nick, with Scry Society. All right, untap, upkeep, draw. Let's play some Magic. I'm gonna play a Bountiful Promenade, which will also not enter tapped since I have at least 2 amazing opponents. I'm going to tap for 2 to play Gleaming Barrier, a 0/4 defender. When it dies, I create a treasure token. And then, I think I'm going to pass after that.
Okay. I will draw for turn. All right. I will say this now. I did 1 mulligan, and then I got back with just a 2-land hand. And so far, I only have 2 lands. So we're gonna see how this works. What capabilities do people have for their lands right now? Also, Phil, you need to move. You want your land. It's a little off the screen.
Oh, got it. I have a blue and a red.
That's great.
White
That's
and
all I need to
green.
know.
Uh,
Great,
I
amazing.
I have
I see a
red
red.
and green. Do you
Oh,
have
fair.
red?
Great. Well, only 2 of those to benefit me, but that's totally fine. I will tap 2. I don't really need the color right now, and I will play Talisman of Curiosity.
Ooh,
And I will le pass for a turn.
they're curious.
Oh boy. Untap, upkeep, and draw. Hmm. I'm going to play a Sheltered Thicket. It enters tapped. Or just trying to make that thing happen. And then yeah, at this particular moment, I'm going to pass for turn.
Wonderful. Next turn. Yeah, I still don't have anything. Everything I want to do costs 3 mana. So I might as well just go ahead and let's grab the Triome. I'm gonna wood my foothills. I would foot my hills. There's technically like benefit to like waiting to sack a fetch land until later. I'm not doing that. We're just grabbing the Triome. I'm
I know
gonna lose
that
1
way.
life.
Play a
Um,
Zimone landfall deck, and sometimes you got to fetch before the commander's out.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like it's fine. Also, Borborygmos doesn't have the landfall. The landfall is a sub strategy,
Okay.
as opposed to a dom strategy. And I will
A what?
pass. I will pass over to you, Nick.
Yeah, I assumed Borborygmos and Fibblethip were a switch since there's like both of them.
There is
And that
2 of them. They are both bottoms.
Fibblethip's obviously top. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, both bottoms.
Untap, upkeep. I will play. Let's see, what colors are we playing for the same reason that Omega asked? I'm going to play just a swamp just so I can get all 3 of my colors out. And then I'm going to tap for all 3. I'm going to play a card called Behind the Scenes, a little enchantment that gives all of my creatures Skulk, which means they can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. But not a problem, since neither my Perimeter Captor or my Gleaming Barrier can attack, since they're defenders. But it will mean when my commander is out and they're swinging as 0/4s, that will be dealing 4 damage. They are unblockable. It also has a activation ability I've literally never used. It costs 4 and a white and gives all creatures +1/+1. I am then going to tap 0 mana to play I think the only 0 mana card I own, Shield Sphere. It's a 0/6 wall. And if it blocks, it gets a -0, -1 counter on it. So each time I block with it, it goes down a little bit. And then I pass.
And Oracle does count that as a creature with defender as well, if I remember
Yes.
correctly.
Yes, it does.
Yep.
Yeah. It was before they had the term.
Yeah. Okay. Untap, upkeep, please. I feel it in my spirit, folks, that I am not going to get another land for quite some time. So let's just see if I'm wrong.
Land powers,
Draw.
land powers,
I was wrong.
I'm sending my landfall
Um,
vibes to you.
land vibes.
Oh my gosh. This is exactly why doves cry.
We're doing
I-
the meme of the bump 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 ba bump bump.
So this is not how I wanted to do it, but if I had one land, that would have changed everything for me. Anybody want to donate and make us draw like now while I figure out what I want to do? It's totally not stalling at all.
That's actually a great strategy for this meta. Is just like, hey,
Just
let's
It
remind
really
everyone
is.
Just bully
of
chat
St.
until you get
Jude,
mana.
and that we're doing this for St. Jude. It's to raise money to help the
Hey
families
everybody,
of.
my name's Fever Fighter, and I want you to draw. Or wait, I want you to donate so we can draw, right? Okay. It didn't work. I'm going to tap
Donate. I'm no
3.
longer asking.
I'm no longer asking.
It wasn't a question.
That's
I
a
don't have
threat.
land, but I do have Inspiring Statuary. Non-artifact spells you cast have Improvise. So my artifacts can upcast these spells. Each artifact you tap, after you're done activating mana abilities, pays for 1. So like the Talisman of Curiosity could pay for 2 technically. Once it's done tapping for mana. That is what I got. It's not what I wanted to do, but I did it. I pass.
All right. Untap, upkeep, and draw. All right. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna play a forced, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do that little thing. We're gonna tap one of you. We're gonna tap one of you, and we're just gonna go ahead and bring the commander out, making sure he fits
Oh,
on
no.
the screen. We're going to
Oh,
bring
no.
out Bellow, Bard of the Brambles. During your turn, each non-equipment artifact and non-aura enchantment you control with mana value 4 or greater is a 4/4 elemental creature in addition to its other types, and has indestructible, haste, and, quote, whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, end quote. So that's him. He's just vibing. But then I am gonna go ahead and because it says equip 0, so it means I don't have to pay for it. I'm gonna put my lightning greaves on him. Uh
Yeah, gotta go
so
fast.
yeah. So that way he's got lightning greaves so that he has haste and shroud. Don't worry about it.
Good.
And then while I'm here, because I can do math, I made the screen like a little smaller, so I'm struggling, but that is due to math all I can do. So I passed turn.
Wonderful. Okay, stop it, Gwen. Please stop it. Okay. Let's get some more. Green's such a wonderful color, I always thought. So I'm gonna bring out this Yavimaya Coast. Then I'm gonna hit 1, 2, 3 for the random app excavator, getting my green from the Triumph so I don't have to take damage. I can play lands from my graveyard now. So if my commander wanted me to discard a bunch of lands, that's not really a problem. I still get to play them. And I'll pass turn to Nick.
All right. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. All right. Let's try and start doing some stuff. Play an Exotic Orchard for turn. Hmm. Yeah, let's tap for 4 and bring out Felithar. So each of my creatures assigns combat damage equal to their toughness. Creatures can attack as though they didn't have defender. And I can pay 3 and tap Felithar and then sack a creature, and I can draw cards equal to their toughness and discard equal to their power. All right, well, I think it's probably time to start swinging. And there is a rabid raccoon with shiny boots on over there. So I think, Mayor, I'm gonna swing my shield sphere your way. It is a 0/6, but it will effectively be attacking as an unblockable 6/6.
Okay.
And I'm gonna leave up my other guys to be blockers because I know that
He was just
Bello
putting
can
on
very quickly.
clothes. Like he
Yeah,
didn't.
well,
He was just getting dressed.
Oh,
It's morning.
Yeah.
raccoon. Yeah, he's just putting on his shiny boots that
Good
make him
morning
run
to
real
the
fast.
raccoons. Okay, so he is unblockable.
So I have all of my creatures have skulk, which means they can't be blocked by creatures of greater power. All 3 of these creatures technically have power 0. So I should
Okay.
yeah. If anyone has any creatures with 0 power, you can block them. But considering most people don't, then yeah, they're
Oh, I
effectively
see what you've done there. So,
yeah.
okay.
So if you draw any
Again,
artifact removal, we have a good target.
And
I'm
I hate to
just
correct you. I think you mean enchantment removal because behind the
Enchantment
scenes,
removal. So sorry.
yeah.
I mean, I would never say to get rid of that enchantment because I think it's
No,
very
yeah.
chill. And honestly,
Hey,
Nick,
listen. In this
can I
house, we don't
say
really like enchantment removal. Okay, so I can't block with him.
Yep. So it's
Does that mean
just a casual 6 damage to your
I
base.
take a casual 6 damage per
Yeah.
turn?
So because
Like,
of Felithar, yeah, you do. It
okay.
treats
It's
it deals damage equal to its toughness. So
but it doesn't hurt my boy
no.
not unless
I
you
would
block
Oh.
with him,
never.
but you can't.
Yeah.
that I can't block with him. I
Yep.
see what you're doing here, and I am not a fan. I see what you've done. All right, fine. I'll take your 6.
All right, and then I will pass to Omega.
Okay.
Just a little guy.
Untap,
Oh my-
upkeep. Guess what I didn't draw?
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry I didn't hit you with the land mana
You
fingers.
gotta
My
start with
bad.
the 3 lands.
I already mulliganed once and I was already running late and I'm just
Oh, it's okay.
I didn't want to, but it's fine. What I need to do right now is at the very least I guess I can do that. Just to get something on the board. I'll tap 2 for Azoria Signet. And then I'll tap 1 to tap Azoria Signet to play Piper Wright, public reporter. She's a 1/2. Whenever she deals combat damage to a player, I will investigate them many times. And whenever I sacrifice a clue, I'll put a +1/+1 counter on target creature I control. That's all I got, fam. No shade. Yep, that's me.
If telling the news
That's
is wrong, I don't want to be right. Hyper right.
I pass.
Mare?
It's to me. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was muted and also trying to keep up with the thing here. All right, untap, upkeep, and draw. I am going to. All right. I think it's time. I'm going to play a forest. And then I'm going to. All right, this is it. All right, I think that I'm going to tap 1 for red, 1 for red, 2 off of here, and then 1 on a green so that I can bring out the enchantment Berserker's Onslaught. Berserker's Onslaught has attacking creatures you control have double strike. It cost mana 5. So that means that now, because of Bellow, I have a 4/4 creature. 1, 2, 3, 4 with indestructible. Doot. Out here. Where's the button? There's the button. All right. As my enchantment. So, who punched me? Let's see who did. All
Who
right.
could it
So over there now I'm very new to this, so please
be?
pardon me as I ask 5,000 questions. Um, so Nick, all of your guys are 4/4 defenders. They don't have indestructible or hexproof or anything on them with your
They
spell
do
deck?
not. This won't matter because your creatures are indestructible, but they would each block. Even when they block, they do deal their toughness. So yeah, this is like a 4/4, 4/4, and 5/5. But no, the only benefit I have right now is if this thing dies, I get a treasure token, and if I block with either of them, the perimeter captain will allow me to gain 2 life. For each defender that blocks.
So like then ultimately like if it went through
Yeah, so like if
I'm
you swing at me with double
yeah.
strike and I block with the gleaming barrier, you will
Oh yeah.
just punch my barrier twice and it will die.
Yeah, anything
Okay,
that
yeah,
blocks
because it
over
would
there
be
will
because that
die.
would then become 8/8 with it
Yeah,
because it's
Yes.
hitting you with double strike.
Effectively,
Okay.
yeah.
Kind of.
I'm doing that
It does
because
4 damage twice.
4 damage twice. All right, so boom boom. I'm sending that your way.
Okay.
You hit me.
That seems quite fair. I will block with my gleaming barrier,
Cool.
so it will die, and when it dies, I will get a where is it? I have a cool little treasure token in here somewhere. Aha.
Little
I will get
treasure.
a
Enjoy
treasure
it.
token.
It was a
Yeah,
gift.
thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so that is the end of that. Technically, like, so it taps, but it doesn't. You know,
Oh
because
yeah,
it'll
yeah,
be
yeah.
gone in a bit. So I'm just like doing that. And then do I have
I will
enough?
also gain 2 life for perimeter captain.
Sure, go for it. Have fun. We're here for fun. And I do believe that that is what I've got at this time. I'm gonna keep the little green guy up. I
Wonderful.
pass turn.
All right. Next turn, I will go ahead and play the Wooded Foothills out of my graveyard, and then I will just go ahead and lose 3 life because I'm just going to go grab a Stomping Ground. Again, in the interest of fastness, technically it's more optimal to do it when it's the opponent's end step. I don't care.
Yeah, but we're just playing a little casual Magic.
Actually, you know what? That can come in tapped. I don't have anything that worth 4 mana that I want to do. Yeah, that'll come in tapped. I'll save the 2 life. 2 life, not 3 life. And then we'll tap 1, 2, 3. For the Glinthorn Buccaneer, it's got haste, and whenever I discard a card, Glinthorn Buccaneer deals 1 damage to each opponent. And I will pass the turn. I don't need to swing at anyone.
Whenever you discard a card. Okay, so if you discarded your whole hand, would it deal damage for each of the cards, or just that counts as one?
Because it's discard a card, not discard 1 or more cards.
Okay.
1 or
Alright,
more
good to know.
cards would be the big bulk thing.
Okay.
A card
Okay.
is that.
All right.
I'll pass turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Okay. I am here. I'm just doing a quick little scope of the board here. Okay. I'm gonna play a plains for turn. I will then tap for. I got a green in here, right? Yep. I will tap for 4. And I'm gonna play Rampart Architect. He's an Elephant Advisor. He's a 3/4, but whenever he enters or attacks, I create a 1/3 white wall creature token with Defender. Whenever a creature I control with Defender dies, I essentially can tutor for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. So he basically turns my Defenders into lands when I block with them.
And sorry, I'm new. Defenders, that's Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke
Yeah,
Cage.
yeah, exactly, and
Okay,
Iron Fist. Yeah.
and Iron Fist. Yeah, that's the one I always
So
forget. I didn't watch
yeah.
that show.
Well, most people forget that one.
Yeah.
For good reason. And then um, let's move to the combat phase. I don't want to piss off the raccoon anymore. Or do I? No, I like to spread the love a little bit. So I think what I'm gonna do is Tulok, I'm gonna send my shield sphere your way as a
6/6,
unblockable
basically.
6/6. Yep.
Sure.
And just remember that, Mayor, like I didn't I'm spreading the love.
I'm open to alliances.
Giving
want the
Omega a
force
break.
on your
You got to
side,
make the
you
pitch
know.
before you do it. You can't be like, hey.
No. See, I'm showing the commitment. It's like,
Okay,
do
sure.
what you got to do. I'll pass to
Sure.
Omega.
Okay.
Land.
Lord.
Come on, lands.
Is
At
this
this
the
point,
moment
it's
where
Shooting lands.
at
did you
this
only
point, it's
put 2
above me
lands in your
now.
deck? Okay.
No. There's many.
Okay.
I just counted.
This is the as Iffy Wadiwe says. This is the fuck it we ball approach to playing Magic. Which is why it's always my favorite to watch Iffy on streams. It's like take the 2 land hands and still somehow come out on top.
It was not a land, but
All right. Well, the good thing is
but-
you've got mad signets.
Yeah, you've got signets.
Yeah,
At the
yeah. So this is what I'm going to attempt to do if I can. Let me look at this to make sure. I have to tap you. To tap you. This gives me 2 plus an extra from improvise 4. 2 blue. Wait, no, let me think about this. Yeah. 2 blue, extra from improvise, and the random white that I don't care for the color. That's 2 in that. I'm gonna play Whirler Rogue. When it enters, I'll create 2 colorless Thopter artifact. Do I freaking have Thopters? I'm pretty sure I do. I'm gonna make some Thopters, and I can tap 2 untapped artifacts to target creature can be blocked this turn. Do I actually? I might not have a singular Thopter prepared. Oh my god, I do have a Thop.
So does improvise turn your mana rocks into they tap for mana and then they tap again for improvise?
So
They should only tap once.
So each artifact you tap after you're done activating mana abilities pays for 1. So because I'm tapping this for 2 and I'm using the improvise, because non-artifact spell types improvise, it has 2 already, plus the 1 it gets after its the mana abilities. If I'm reading that correctly, correct?
I think I'm only asking because I'm pretty
Yes.
sure that I've used improvise in decks where like it's great for like artifacts like I don't know, you can tap your lightning greaves for mana.
You can tap this right now for 1 colorless, but specifically each artifact you tap after you're done activating mana abilities will pay for 1. So because this also taps for mana abilities, I'm tapping it for its mana ability and then it's going to pay for an extra. So it's technically tapping for 3 for what I need. Yes.
Let's just.
Are we all following?
Sure. You missed
Are we all
6 land
following?
drops. I'm good with it. If a judge DMs me,
I've been fair. I'm pretty sure that is correct,
I'll
but if
carry
not,
that.
I do have the other one to pay for. But I'm pretty sure that is correct. That's how I've been playing this, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I also have another Thopter that I will draw in a second.
That's okay. I played Beastmaster Ascension wrong in my Hazel of the Root Bloom deck for about 6 months, so.
Oh, fair. I'm pretty, but either way.
I used to play a secret chord that pleased the Lord, but that's a different thing.
Boo.
Jess,
Tomato,
can we get a
tomato.
ban? Jess, can we get a ban?
Tomato, tomato.
Yeah, Phil, you gotta
Because
go.
it's
I'm
a
so
mana-
sorry. It's been real having you.
Okay.
Because it's improvised, it's not affected by the summon sickness stuff. Correct? Yes, because I'm paying for a mana cost. It doesn't have a tap ability. I'm just paying for a mana cost.
Yeah,
it's not-
that
yeah.
makes
That
sense.
works, yes.
Yeah, I know that for sure. But either way, 1, 2. I'm going to play Idol of Oblivion. I can tap it to draw a card if I've created a token this turn, or I can tap 8 and it to make an Eldrazi. Who knows if that's gonna happen? However, I did create a token, so let's see. Let's just see. Let's just see. It's not. I pass.
Okay.
All right. Untap, upkeep, draw. Let's see. Which one? I think this is the order I want to go in. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to play a land per turn. I'm going to play Temple of Abandon. It enters tapped, and when it enters, I scry 1. Okay, cool. And then I'm going to tap a green, 2 of these guys, 2 on the Soul Ring, and you. Sure. And I'm going to bring out Goreclaw, Terror of Calcisma.
Great card.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just a fan.
I'm personally in this pretty pleased. So legendary creature, bear. Creature spells you cast with power 4 or greater cost 4 less to cast. Whenever Goreclaw, Terror of Calcisma attacks, each creature you control with power 4 or greater gets +1/+1 and gains trample till end of turn.
While you're thinking on that thought, Justin, thank you so much for your donation. That's a $15 one, so everyone gets 1 floating mana to be used during their next turn. So, Mara, unfortunately, you
Ooh.
have to wait 1.
I gotta
Now you
wait.
get to scheme, knowing you have 1 floating mana for next time.
All right, I will hold on to 1 for next time. How do we track? Okay, I will write this down. 1 float mana. Cool, great. All right, so I've got Goreclaw. He is summoning sick, but this guy is back at it again.
Summoning sickness.
This guy, yeah, he's a cough. So, but I have for Berserker's Onslaught, attacking creatures you control have double strike. Hmm. Am I in share the love mode too?
I think if you're playing Gruul, you gotta swing.
I think I have to.
That's
I
what
think,
Gruul's all about. It's indestructible. You lose
Really
yeah.
quickly, I want to be
Yes.
fair. I just did a full deep dive because I was like, wait, I was wrong. This will just pay for the other one. It is still all legal on the board now. Or no,
Okay.
this will pay for the other one.
So
Okay.
So with Mare's board state, your Goreclaw has double strike, but is not indestructible. But your
Correct.
enchantment is indestructible.
My
Yes.
enchantment is indestructible,
Okay.
and it also has double strike because it is an elemental creature at this time, in
Okay.
addition to everything else that it is.
Goreclaw is just enchanting, and I would feel safe with him in a forest.
He is in the forest with
Yeah.
me right
Yeah.
now.
That's where I'd feel safe.
You know, and literally no one has to worry about him. Okay, right. I was swinging. That's what I was doing. I'm thinking, Phil. Hey,
Hi.
we both have red and green on the board. You know, we were gonna be punching each other at some point later. I'm gonna swing my Berserker's Onslaught
Oh,
at you.
that's 8, huh?
That is 8, yeah,
I'll take
and
8.
it's indestructible.
Yeah, I can't really do much about that if I don't want to lose all my shit. So I'll just take
Yeah.
8. I'm like halfway dead.
I know. It's okay. Don't worry. You can swing at me, but we've got to. Hey, think about it. Red and green. We got to like play together. Look at them with their
Sorry.
40 and 42.
Yes, correct. Yes, everyone else is way more threatening than
just
me.
a
Why are
rumble.
why are
It's
you
just a rumble.
swinging at me for 8 damage and then being like?
I thought you were
"And
gonna
we're
block
pals."
something. I thought you were gonna block something.
No,
Okay, it was
I
just a
got
thought.
plans for
Okay.
these boys.
Okay. Yeah, you know, party planning. Absolutely. I will, and I can't do nothing else, so I'm gonna pass turn.
All right. Okay,
It's
and I
just
get
a
one floating mana.
I love a polite Bellow player. My friend Emma plays Bellow, and she was like, "I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna swing you for 28. Oh, sorry. It's actually technically 56. Oh, so sorry."
Yeah, probably shouldn't do it like this, but sometimes you got to do it like this. I'll play Wooded Hit Foothills from the bottom. I'll lose 3 life.
Oof.
Um,
Oof.
yeah,
I think Phil's done
this
more
is the,
damage to himself than
this is the
anyone.
cost. Or no, I don't have to take that extra 2 mana because I can leave Steam Vents tapped because I have 1 floating.
Oh,
Hey,
So I
right.
there
will
you
tap
go.
4
I
and
have
use
that for
that
next.
floating to bring out my.
Isn't the floating on your turn, or is it your
It'll
turn
be
right
on
now?
your turn.
It is
It
my
is his
turn.
turn right now.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
on
I thought
each
it
of
was
our
still.
next
Yeah.
turn.
No,
Sorry, I
I
thought it was
passed.
still Mare's turn. Sorry, I missed
No.
the
I
pass.
swung and
All
shrugged
good.
and passed.
I am bringing out Bor Barigmos and Fibblethip. I am drawing a card, and I can discard as many lands as I like. I'll discard the
Oh.
River Glide Pathway, the Storm Carved Coast, and the Spire Garden. And then I can deal twice that much damage to 1 target creature, and I will hit Felithar for 6.
It's target.
Yes. Target creature.
I will.
Those are all going in the bin.
I will
Right
tap
here.
my plains and crack my treasure for a green to heroic intervention. So my permanents gain hexproof and indestructible till end of turn.
All right, so that fizzles. Everybody does take 3 damage from me discarding those lands, though.
Yep.
Times.
Pew, pew, pew.
1, 2, 3. I can count that.
And I'll pass turn.
All right. Untap, upkeep, and draw. All right. Play a plains for turn. Hmm. Oh, wait. Okay. I am going to tap 4. 1, 2, 3. And pay 3 life. Yeah. Let me take a look at the board real quick. Yeah. And I'm going to attempt to cast a Toxic Deluge, giving all creatures -3/-3 until end of turn.
Oof.
I don't like that.
Which will kill my wall. And when it dies, my Rampart Architect will allow me to go get a land. Does that resolve? I should ask.
I'm tapped out.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
because that just reduces it. It just life drains it, right?
Yeah. So if anything
Shadowfang and
goes
me.
to below, if anything goes to 0 or less,
Yeah.
they die immediately.
Oh, wait. My
RIP to a
boy.
real one.
Oh, I see
And they're
what you're
not.
doing.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
know. I will
I'm gonna
remember
put
this.
forest. Yeah. You know, that's okay. It's understandable. I got a forest. I'm gonna shuffle. Put this back. And then I will move to combat. My Rampart Architect your way Omega for 4. And when it attacks, I get a wall.
I will take the 4.
Now, here's a question, Jess. It said that the floating mana, is it that it can't be used until your next turn, or it can only be used on your next turn?
Can only be used on your next turn.
So I have to use it now. Okay.
Use it or lose it.
In that case, I would hate to lose it. I will. It seems kind of crazy, but I'll use 1 mana and then 2 mana. I'll use 3 total. I'll tap Felithar, and I am going to sacrifice my Shield Sphere, so that I can draw cards for its toughness. It would have been cool. I would have been able to draw 6, but I did -3 myself, so I'm only going to draw 3 cards. And then I will pass because I was down to 1 card in hand.
Okay. I will untap everything.
Look,
I will
Justin,
draw.
I don't know why what you're talking about.
It's a land. And just tapped.
Hey!
Not what I was hoping for. 'Cause I do have that, but I wouldn't have that, right? Yeah. That's okay. I guess I'm just ramping for the sake of ramping because ramp. I am going to.
You need mana to play spells.
Yeah. I'm going to. Am I going to? I'm not going to create a token this turn. I don't think it doesn't matter. I can't do that anyway. Actually, sorry. Never mind. I will do. Yeah, I'll tap 4. Yes. To play Thran Dynamo. I'll put you down here.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah. Oh, that's a cute card. I
Yes.
love that art.
And I will. More not ramp at all. I do have that floating. I do need to remember that. Because I have to use it. I could do 1, 2, 3. But I couldn't do that for both of them. Yes. Excuse me. Let's do. Oh, technically that will give me that. Let's do that. I'm gonna tap Thran Dynamo for 3, and play Nettle Cyst. It is a living weapon, so I will create a Joim. And it will get a +1/+1 for each artifact or enchantment I control. Where is my Jeremy boy? I know I have you in here somewhere.
Thank God this is a virtual game.
Yeah.
Yeah, folks, if you have a nettle cyst growing on your germ, you do need to see a doctor.
This will be attached to it, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is a 6/6. And I'll just put you for now.
That is such a legible die.
Right, it's so pretty.
It really is.
And just because I can, because I'm not going to use it, I will tap Ivo Oblivion to draw a card because it is a token entering.
Absolute MVP card. Love that card.
Oh wait, hold on. Oh crap! I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Unfortunately, the one time I could use it, the thing is gonna fail. No, I lied. Ha! Yeah. Is mana of any color?
No.
Or is it
One
colorless?
colorless. One colorless.
Oh, it is
For
a colorless
Improvise?
mana. No,
Yes.
for the donation.
Oh, yeah. I think that was any mana.
Oh yeah.
Okay, great. That's what I needed.
Of any
Great.
color.
Nettle Cyst can tap. But the friction, Durham didn't have to. That is that, and then wait, never mind. This makes no sense. Nothing just went in. Don't mind me. I'm done. Go. Go.
I wasn't ready.
Just go.
Okay. Untap of keep and draw. I
Oh, I need to look up. Does Shield Sphere count as having Defender?
Yes. It was eroded.
Okay, cool.
I
Then
have
need
a
to get
question as
a
well.
land for that.
What's up?
And this is again new babysitting hours here.
Hi.
The effect that caused the life drain that happened off that took out Bello. Bello was
Yeah.
wearing lightning greaves, and it can't be the target of spells or abilities. Was that an ability?
It
So
is,
it
but
wasn't a
didn't
target.
Yeah.
So think of it
light-
this way, like
The target. Oh, I
a
remember.
target is
Words
like
have meaning in this game.
yeah,
and I
it's
keep
like
forgetting.
Black Widow using a sniper rifle going for one thing. And then
Yeah.
Toxic Deluge is like Tony Stark spray shitting over the arena and just everyone gets covered in iron dookie.
Gotcha. Okay, I
Yeah.
was just making sure that because I was sitting there going, hold on a minute. But again,
Yep.
words.
Yeah.
Why
words have
was that
meanings.
the analogy?
Well,
could've
his
said
suits.
Fireball. You
You
could have
He's in that
said,
suit. He's in that suit for
You could have
a
Spider-Man.
said
long time.
shotgun.
but
You know,
you
you could have been
went
the
to a
He's in that suit
restroom
for a long
analogy.
time. He's gotta. He's
Okay.
gotta go. He's still
Not
human.
necessarily true.
All right.
I mean, there
let's
could be a
see.
flap, but I think I don't. It runs on something,
And we're
It
still
runs on
good.
Duncan.
All right. let me-
and he gets the runs on Duncan. Oh,
Zing.
Okay, I'm gonna end up because now, and with the cost value that goes up on this on Bello, is it just the gray one that goes up, or is it like
yes, it's just
it's
colorless.
just colorless that goes up? Okay.
Yep. I had 2.
So he would cost 5 mana with specifically 1 green, 1 red. Right?
Oh no,
Okay,
wait. Oh
one
yeah,
green,
yeah,
one
yes,
red.
yes. Yep.
1
Okay.
green, 1 red, 3 of whatever the hell you want.
Okay, beautiful. I'm going to use 1 green, 1 red. My little floating mana that's here, so goodbye to you forever. And my soul ring. We're gonna bring Bello back out. Because literally
Yep.
he's the gambit for this whole thing. Um and then I'm again with equip 0 gonna put lightning greaves back on him. He ran away, but now he's got his shoes back. Got his dancing shoes on. Now what do I have left? I have that much, which is I can't do too much with it. But now that he's back, then creature type happens back on him. His little indestructible. Still with double strike. And do I have enough? I'm sitting here like, do I have enough money to do anything else? Nah,
You have
but
money?
mana,
Can we donate to
many,
draw cards?
many.
I'm gonna donate tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay, so this guy is gonna come towards. You still have a bunch of walls and stuff up, don't you?
Nick is definitively in the best position by far.
It's kind of disgusting. Impressive and disgusting. Like Tony Stark's poop now, I guess.
Yes. So you see the benefit of that metaphor.
It comes back around. Yeah, I'm gonna swing the 8 at you,
All right.
Nick.
I will block with the 1/3 wall, which will explode. I'll gain 2 life because of Perimeter Captain, and I will go get a basic land because of Rampart Architect.
Yeah, fun. When I get at your life, man, when I get there one of these days, when I get at your life. Okay, I from that term I'm gonna pass turn now. Thanks.
You gotta get things out of the way first.
Yeah, we gotta get
Go.
to the soft nougaty center.
Mhm.
Go get my my forest from the well-known Magic IP, Assassin's Creed.
Love it.
Nice.
You gotta love it. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4 for a Surly Badger Soar. Actually, wait. I'm gonna tap this instead of this. For the Surly Badger Soar, it has whenever I discard a creature card, I put a +1/+1 counter on it. Whenever I discard a land, I put a treasure. I get a treasure token. And whenever I discard a non-creature, non-land, it fights a creature. I'm gonna move to combat. I will swing Borborygmos and Fibblethip over at Mare. Remember, it's just love, right?
Wait, let me see something.
Tis indeed. How much?
Before you move to combat, Phil,
Get him.
because the thing that you use to target Felithar, that's a when you attack trigger, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to tap for 1 white mana and Swords to Plowshares, Borborygmos and Fibblethip.
Sure. So
Meaning
yeah,
you use
so
5
that's
life.
before I attack. So that just
Yeah.
deletes them. And is that the land or is that the life?
Life. So you gain life equal to his power. So 6, actually, not 5.
I need the life. So, all right.
Pardon me.
All right. So he's gone. I don't have any lands. So that's it for me. I'll pass the turn. And I think we're going to break, Jess said?
If you are the last person in this
I
run,
am the
then
last in our
yes,
turns.
we
Yeah.
are going to go to break, my friends. Our friends on screen are going to take a quick break, crack their knuckles, wash their hands, do all the things that you have to do when you are playing a Magic. Hopefully, you do all of those things as well. Get some water, get some food, and come back in 5 short minutes, or take those 5 minutes to check out the Tiltify and donate to St. Jude. See y'all soon.
Yes.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We are so thrilled that you are spending part of your evening with us as we raise funds for St. Jude Children's Hospital during our 5-day Commander tournament. This is day 3 featuring Pod 3. And I really wish that I could have had a little bit of my desktop audio on because during the break Phil came on and was like, "Okay, yeah, guys, we got to talk about the threat assessment here." And it was wonderful. Anyway, like I said, we are here to raise funds for St. Jude Children's Hospital, an incredible organization that ensures that when children are being treated in their hospitals, their parents and caregivers do not pay a dime for their treatment. They don't have to worry about their food, their gas, their lodging. Everything is taken care of through the generosity of donors like you. So, whether you are in our Twitch chat or our YouTube chat, I implore you to visit our Tiltify and to donate a couple dollars at least to St. Jude. While you're there, you'll notice that there are some really fun ways that you can make the game a little bit different. I think the most requested one is donating $25 so that all players can draw one card immediately. But I also think that the $50 incentive, making all players mill 2 cards immediately, is also pretty fun. So please check that out. While you're there, I also want to tell you that not only can you make people mill cards for $50, but $50 could also help provide art supplies for art parties at St. Jude. They sent me this really beautiful little every dollar makes a difference. And as a person who not only fundraises in my spare time, but also my professional time, every dollar truly does make a difference. And if you're not able to donate, simply sharing the stream with other folks who might be able to donate is also incredible. So, with that being said, I think I'm going to kick things back over to Nick to get the next round started.
All right. In the interest of speeding things up, I'd already untapped. I've kept my up and I've drawn. So we are gonna just go right into it. I'm gonna. I've had all break to think about this, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm gonna move. I'm just gonna go straight to combat. Just gonna go straight to combat. And since everyone, everyone agrees that I'm not the threat, I'm just going to kind of swing out at random. So I went for Mare and then Phil and then Omega. And so I'm going to bring it back to Mare. And I'm just going to swing with a actually, you have a 3/3 blocker that can block me.
Did you go for Omega?
Yeah, I swung at Omega once with this same guy for 3. But I'm actually going to have to do it again because Omega, is your only creature you have is a 6/6?
Yes.
Okay, so I am going to swing at you because the other 2 can block my elephant, and I need to attack so I can create a wall. So I will swing at you unblockable for 4 damage.
Okay.
And when he attacks, I will create a wall. And then I'm actually going to, in post-combat main phase, I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3 mana, and I'm actually going to sacrifice this wall, tapping Felithar down. So when that happens, I'll get to go get a land. I'm just going to get this plains because that was the first thing that I saw. And then I'm going to draw. Actually, I guess now I have to shuffle. And then I'm going to draw 3 for that wall being destroyed because its power or its toughness is 3, and then I have to discard 1 because it had a power of 1. So shuffled, done. Draw 3 cards. Okay. I am going to discard this Wakestone Gargoyle. And then, because I've not played a land for turn, I'm going to play a Plains. I'm going to tap for 2, play a Selesnya Signet. And what do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will then tap for 2 more mana, and I'm going to play a 3 visits to go search my library for a forest card. I'm ramping. I'm just going to go get this Temple Garden, and I'll let it come in tapped. I will not pay the life. And then I will pass to Omega after I shuffle, or as I shuffle.
Okay. Untap, upkeep. I will draw. Can you guess what it's not?
Adi.
That's okay. I'm gonna tap Thran Dynamo for 2, float through 1 to play an Emerald Medallion. I'm actually gonna put you up here. So my green spells cost 1 less, but I actually can't give a flying fecal matter about a green spell right now because I'm gonna
Tony
use the
Stark's
floating
fecal
1
matter.
here.
It keeps coming back.
Yes, apparently.
Much like Captain Boomerang's fecal matter.
It
oh,
just
geez,
won't
my
stop.
God.
Like the Juggernaut's fecal matter.
Actually, I need to do that correctly. I'm actually going to tap Reliquary Tower and Talisman of Curiosity for that. I'm not going to waste the 1. Yeah, great. I'm going to go to combat. Nick, I'm going to swing at you for 7, actually, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They are 7 right now.
That is fair. What's my life at? 38. I'll take the 7.
Okay.
We're down to 31.
All right. They are tapped. But I will go to my second main. I will tap 3, 4, 5. Wait, 3, 4, 1 white. What was I doing? I had this in my head. 3, 4. This is 5. There's 6. Sorry, this is 6. There's a white in this as well. 7, 8, 9. Tap the nettle says 10. To organic extinction and destroy all non-artifact creatures.
I'll do it.
I'm gonna tap. What is the spell that was just used?
Organic
Organic
extinction.
Organic
Destroy
ex-
all
destroy-
non-artifact creatures.
I'm gonna tap for 1. I'll tap the Silesia Signet for green, white, and a swamp. You cast Unbreakable Formation to give my creatures indestructible till end of turn.
Question. Do my lightning greaves protect me from that?
Nope.
Nope.
What do you mean?
I'm not targeting it for it.
So once again, the
target
proposed solution for Nick has only worked out in Nick's favor.
Yep.
Okay.
That's fine. My nettle just dies, and that's actually okay right now.
So everything gets
Sorry, my
out
germ
the creatures.
does. It
Only
sounds like if
only
there's no
creatures,
other, yeah, only creatures.
Only creatures.
Yeah,
So
so
my
your raccoon is gone, but your enchantment is fine.
My enchantment stays up.
Yeah, that's the nice thing is they're not creatures not on your turn, so they're safe from board wipes.
Yeah,
like
that
that.
is nice, except for now they're not creatures at all.
I will pass.
All right, well, here we are again. Untap, upkeep, and draw. This puts a damper on things. So now he's costing 7?
7 mana. Yeah.
Ugh.
Which you do have the mana for.
I do,
And
but
you can put your cool boots on him.
which have not been. He needs to just stay barefoot. Because now I can't do the other thing with it. Okay. I'm gonna then do. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm actually gonna do this instead. So I'm gonna tap. So that's 1 for green, 2, 3,
Mhm.
and then 4, and then I'm gonna bring out Evercoat Ursine. Uh, is an elemental bear with trample. This is the part where I've been holding on to him because I'm always confused when I look at new words on cards because I don't know what they mean.
Yep.
But hideaway 3, hideaway 3. So I would draw like 3 cards over here to my side. How do
Yep.
you exile it face down? Because I've not been able to figure that out in Moxfield.
I don't know that you can in Moxfield. I think we all just
Can I
have to honor
just
system.
I got. You just don't put it in the actual exile pile. Just
put him
put
like
the card
heading up
face down on the side. Yeah,
over on the other
it's the
side?
only way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Because I get to see all of them and then I stick him over on this. Okay, cool. Because I do this twice. Okay.
Wait,
So
that means because I've never used Moxfield before. If I play with my Zamone deck, I can't play my manifest creatures face down.
No,
You'd
you
have to
can.
like.
you can
Yeah.
do that. It's just once it goes
So if
into
I
this
were
exile
trying to do
pile.
it with Surly
Oh,
Badgersaur, what I would do is I would take Surly Badgersaur out of my hand and I would try and sneak it
Put him
over
behind.
here,
Yeah, this is going to be
then
just
hit
off the screen
turn
for me.
over and
Okay.
bring it out like
Yeah.
this.
Okay.
Then I turn it over like that.
Okay, so then what I do, okay, so now because I'm reading the rules,
Yep.
so much reading in this, reading
Yep.
succeeding. When it enters, look at the top 3 cards, exile 1 face down, and then put the rest on the bottom in a random order, then do it again.
Yep.
So I'm gonna take, trying to, I guess you could see it if I put him there. There's no cool
I
way to
did
put
kind of
that.
see it on honor system.
Hey,
Hey,
honor
wow, this
system.
feeling is
Okay,
so
we're playing
cool
with
right
it.
now.
All right, so
But
then
I
this one
weirdly
goes
want to keep
to.
looking so I can help you.
No. I honestly, honor system, and this is for fun, and this is for charity. And even though I'm out of babysitting hours, I'm still definitely in pre-K with this game. So I appreciate the help.
We're
Okay,
still not leaving you alone with a lot of plastic bags.
yeah, no,
Don't worry,
do not
it's-
leave me near 3 inches of water. It's game over.
It's only one of the most complicated card games in the world. Don't sweat it.
Right.
With a literal
Okay.
encyclopedia of rules.
All right. Yeah, it is really hard. Okay, and so then I'm going to, let me see if I can move quick. Yeah. Okay. And then these 2 will go down to the bottom of my library. Tap. No, not tap. Well, you know what I mean. All right, cool. So I did hideaway. Oh,
Mhm.
so many words. All right. Sleeping sickness, or not sleeping sickness, summoning sickness.
I like the idea
Heals
that they're
combat.
sleeping.
He is very snoozy. He's very cute. Um, if there are cards exiled with it, you may play one of them without paying the mana cost. So they're
it
sitting
deals-
there down in the exile pile. If I do damage to one of you guys physically, not your people, then I can play one of those cards without paying mana, correct?
Correct. And actually interaction with your enchantment there, because it has double strike, because of Berserker's Onslaught, it will deal damage twice, which means you will play both if you would like to.
Oh, dope.
If you
Thank
if you get through and hit with the double strike.
if anything happens. Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate that. Okay, so that leaves me with, so he's summoning sick. I've got 3 here. Do I have anything? Nope. And then my boy Bello isn't here, so all my trash can't come flying at you. So I'm gonna pass turn.
You can put the boots on for free. Which
I'll
would
put my
give it
boots on my
haste.
homie. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
And
can I
then
move it for free as well? Like, because it's equipped 0, it can bounce
Yep.
from different people's
as a
pieces.
sorcery, yes.
But
As a
Sorcery
sorcery.
speed.
just it's one good point to know when you only have one creature. This would very rarely matter, but it happened to me the other day and I lost a game. Lightning
Okay.
Greaves specifically give you Shroud, which means no one can target the creature. So if you had a spell that said target creature gains indestructible and you wanted to protect your creature for a turn, you wouldn't be able
You
to
can't
because the
protect
boots are on
him.
it. And I was like, oh, I'll just pay 0 and unequip the boots. And my friend was like, no. You have to have another target that it can go on.
So
I'm
you would
not
have
saying
to
don't do
has
it.
to
You should
equip.
definitely
It's not an
do it.
unequip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but just so you know, I've definitely lost games because I forgot that Shroud means I can't help.
Can't
that
do
creature.
any magic. It's like
Yeah.
anti-magic field situation.
Yep, exactly.
All right, cool.
Arguing against my own self-interest here, you have a few options moving to combat. Both me and Crit Bard have no creatures because all of our shit got blowed up. So we cannot block, which means that if you wanted your hideaway, you could swing at us and get your hideaway and deal 12 damage to one of us.
He doesn't have haste.
He does with
doesn't have
Lightning
boots.
Greaves.
Oh, he does with Lightning Greaves. All right. I should
Yeah,
read
that also
that.
gives haste. Everyone plays it for protection, but it also does give haste.
All right. Go. Cool.
Attacking Nick makes Nick
Whoa.
block
I know.
and
And
kills
then
that.
he keeps giving.
Yeah, so
Right,
you'll
but
full transparency. I'm gonna block with this guy, so you won't
Mm.
get your hideaway, but you'll get rid of one of my creatures. I'll gain 2 life, and then that guy will go away.
And then
specifically
he'll
the one
go
that's
away and he'll
making
stop
him
giving
gain
you
2 life.
good life. Yeah. All right.
Correct.
I think I may do that because he's strong enough to do this unless you're like hitting me with a response. So I am gonna with haste, because I remember
Yep.
haste. I should probably put the little note there so I can remind myself.
This
I'm
is the
gonna
only turn that matters.
I'll swing at you, Nick.
Yeah,
I've got to clear the board so that the others can try and hit you too.
100%. I would do the exact same thing. I will sack my perimeter captain, so I will still gain 2 life because he will see himself die, and then because he is a defender and Rampart Architect is still out, I will
He
go and
sees
get another
himself die?
land.
Yeah,
whenever
everybody sees themselves die.
Well, and actually, I'm sorry. He does. It's actually whenever a creature you control with defender blocks. So even though
It
he
is on the
blocks
block
and then he
trigger before
dies.
the death trigger, yeah.
It is.
Okay.
But then I get to go get a basic land because of Rampart Architect, because a creature with defender died. So I'll go get a forest
Sweet.
and shuffle.
All right. Well, hey, now you guys, I opened the door. Go get him.
Yeah. Are you passing?
I passed turn, yes.
All right. Neat. I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the Cavalier of Flame. When it enters, I can discard any number of hands and then draw cards and then draw that many cards. I'm gonna discard 1 Multani Yavamaya's Avatar, 2 6 Aftermath Analyst, Farseek Encounters. But I'm discarding everything. And I'm drawing. Wait, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't like any of the cards in that hand anyway. I'll play a land for turn. It is a sure. Hinterland Harbor. Other stuff about Cavalier of Flame. When he dies, he deals damage to each opponent and each planeswalker they control, where X is the number of land cards in your graveyard. Currently, I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So we all take 5?
No, only when he dies, which will happen next turn, because permanents I control never last a full cycle.
I have a question.
I thought that was like on the ability, the card's ability.
No. What's your question?
Okay, my question is, my Ursine has trample, so does defender block all damage, or would that
It
still
does
apply?
not.
I didn't realize it had trample.
Yeah, no. Evercoat.
that's-
So Evercoat Ursine. Let's back this up. So sorry to do this.
No.
Has double strike and trample.
So Nick would take 8, and you would still get both of your hideaways.
Heck yeah, cool. And so I get to put them out here.
Quick question: why do I take 8? Because I had a 4/4 blocker or 0/4.
A 4/4 blocker. Well, because it's a 6/5, so 2 would get through on
Well,
the first
6/5
strike.
double strike is
And
12.
Yeah, but sorry, but the blocker doesn't die. Both double strikes hit the blocker, so it gets hit.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But
Well,
I
no,
would
but
take
trample.
But yeah, but
Is it-
So
because
you
of
take
trample-
4.
Right, that's what I was saying.
You
I
take
think
4.
I take
Okay,
I
sorry.
take
You take
4 twice, right? Or 2 twice. You can ask if you want to ask your judge friend Phil that's in your chat. Trample and double strike always fucks me or
I
messes with me.
thought double strike acted like
Wait.
first strike, where the first strike
Ye-
hits and then the second
Fella.
strike happens after.
Yeah, he would have died on the first strike.
Yeah, but double
Correct.
strike can't.
We got a double strike trampler. 6/5.
I don't think
We got a double
strike
strike
blocker.
trampler in the chat.
War defense. How much damage do they take? It'd be 8? It's a 6/5?
Because first strike, because double strike
Yeah,
acts
but
like first
I
strike.
think I've used this in the past on my Aowen deck, and double strike doesn't.
It'd be
The
8.
creature, it's 8.
The first strike damage would happen first, dealing 4 damage to the creature and 2 damage to you. The creature dies after the first strike damage step, and then damage step happens again with the double strike and the trample.
Okay.
The creature is dead by the time of the second attack.
Yeah. I think it ends up being it would happen either way because it's trampled. I was just under the impression that like a double striker attacking, like if it didn't have trample, and a 15/15 double striker attacked your 1/1, that I thought the double strike has to hit the creature twice. I didn't think it was treated as like 2 separate instances of combat. But either way,
Trample changes it.
yes.
because
Got
it
it.
gets through.
Because it has no life left to block with. Got
Right.
it. No toughness. Yes.
I
Okay.
think.
So I
I don't,
took the
what
8.
an
I took the
esoteric
8 down.
game.
Yeah, I took the
You-
8 down to 25, and that would trigger both of your triggers, Mayor, because
Both
you
of
would
your
Yep.
hideaways.
mean
Okay,
yeah.
so I have a question on my hideaways because I got a bunch of lands in there, and lands don't have mana cost. Does that still something that I'm
You
able to
can
put
hide
out?
away lands.
I
Yep.
can hide away lands. Okay, so I can put both of these out now.
Yes. Did you only get
You?
lands?
No, I got lands and a Talisman of Impulse. So land.
Ha.
Yes. I
Oh,
got
that
mana and
sucks.
mana. It
That
was yeah,
sucks.
everything was lands.
Okay.
Which means that
Well,
means the rest of my lands are at the bottom of my deck right now.
and now we flash forward into the
Back into
future.
yours.
And
sorry
I've
to
played
have
this
delayed
creature.
us.
It's a 6/5. You're fine. It's a 6/5, and I pass the turn. Boop boop.
All right. Untap.
I helped.
Oh, you definitely helped. Big help. Big
Right.
ups on the helping side.
That's move to combat. So Mayor, you have no blockers, right? I can tell.
Correct.
Correct.
That are tapped. All right, cool. I'm gonna swing at you with my Rampart Architect, which will be 4 damage.
Yeah.
So I will get a wall. I'm then going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to play a Psychosis Crawler. Its power and toughness are equal to the number of cards in your hand, which is 2. Whenever you draw a card, each opponent loses 1 life. I am then going to tap. Let's do 1, 2, 3 mana and tap Felithar, and I'm going to sacrifice the wall so I can draw 3 cards.
So we each take 3 damage.
You're each going to take 3 damage, and then I have to discard 1. I am going to discard this forest. And then, because a creature with Defender died, I'll go get a basic land, which is kind of getting silly, I know. I might actually be out of basic land. Oh,
I
no,
was gonna say, how many more basic lands do you have?
I've got a good amount because of this specific card.
Right.
So I've got a little bit more than normal.
And a lot of defenders are colorless, so
Yeah,
the mana fixing doesn't matter as
yeah.
much in the deck.
Yep. Okay, so then all right, what do we got? We got a 6/5. 6/5. I want to have at least 1 blocker. Let's do I'll tap for 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna play Arasta of the Endless Web. 3/5 with reach. Whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery spell, I create a 1/2 green spider creature token with reach.
A lot of spiders.
Yeah. And then I've got
trauma from that one.
I've got a whole whopping 3 power, or 3 cards in hand for Psychosis Crawler, and I will pass to Omega.
Okay. I will untap everything.
Oh shit. Oh no, it's fine.
Okay. Untap, upkeep. Let's draw. Somehow, some way. Still another land. That's okay at this point. It's the meme. I'm going to tap. Let's tap you to tap you. And let's do a green. So this is 3. I'm gonna bring out my commander. Finally. Morska Undersea Sleuth, I have no maximum hand size. At the beginning of my upkeep, I will investigate, which is getting a clue token. And then whenever I draw my second card each turn, I will put 2 +1/+1 counters onto her. Um,
Nice.
I'm going to then let's do what makes the most sense? I can't do that at all. That doesn't make any sense. Technically that's one less. So yeah, I'm gonna top the Emerald Medallion. Um, let's do the Inspiring Statuary. Yeah, let's do Inspiring Statuary. And the green from Scattered Grove. Nope, sorry, I just said so it costs one less. Emerald Medallion and green. I'm gonna do Uvenwald Mysteries. Whenever a non-token creature I control dies, I will investigate. And whenever I sacrifice a clue, I'll create a 1/1 white human soldier. Yeah, creature token. Then I guess I do that, right? I don't think I can do that right now. Yeah. I'm just gonna tap the Thran Dynamo, float the 3, use 2 of it to attach Nettlecyst to Morska. So she'll get a +1/+1 for each artifact and enchantment I control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So she is an 8. She gets a +8/+8. Sorry.
Yeah, so she's a 10/11.
She's a
Ooh.
10/11. Yes, that's what I was looking for. There we go. Let me see. I have that. I just have one more there, but each one costs more than that. And I don't have another land that can actually tap for mana. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that. Okay. And I don't think anything hit the graveyard right now. Sorry, just making sure. I can't do that right now. Yeah, I think that is where I am, unfortunately, because I have things that cost more actual colored mana. I pass.
All right. Untap, upkeep, and draw. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Ooh. Okay. All right. So if Bella was at 7 last time, not 7, 5
He
last
is at
time,
7.
he is at 7 now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you for giving me the help.
We're
Okay.
keeping
So
you
that's
honest.
keeping me honest,
Mhm.
doing me a help.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to, 'cause that keeps me short of other things. You know what?
Of course you're short. You're a raccoon. They're famously not tall.
You. They're very sensitive about it too. Okay, so I'm gonna tap a red. Wait. That doesn't really do much of anything then. Gosh, it's gotta be him, doesn't it?
Recons pretty universally want you to have your commander out.
Yeah, yeah, it's gotta be him because otherwise literally anything else that I put out is
I mean, here's the thing. As soon as you put him out, you've got a 4/4 with double strike. Like, that's not bad for 7 mana.
Well, yeah, you know what? I guess that would do.
That's not
Okay, yeah, so that
terrible.
is good. It's more than that too. So, all right, that's green, red. So, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bring him out.
And you can boots him
Gonna
up if you want.
boot him up with the boots on the fur, as someone said in chat earlier, which was adorable. We've got this. We've got him with indestructible. He doesn't have indestructible, but this one does, and this guy's back at a 4/4. But he's got trample and double strike,
Hmm.
and then he's got double strike and indestructible.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna look here. You still have. Oh, we got that big bug over there.
So I've got again, just because of Felithar, this one's effectively a 5/5.
5/5.
This one's just a 3/3 because I only have 3 cards in hand. I do have 2 mana up, just in.
Yeah. I'd
Make
play
him
that
have it.
too.
Yeah,
His
make it
deck
happen.
can't be all interaction.
That's true.
He's got to have some other shit in there.
And
I do. It's what
then,
these guys are.
but then now Morska's at a 10/11, which
Do not look over here. I have done nothing.
I know.
Yeah,
I
entire
know. I
game.
wasn't. I'm doing math. I have to say these things out loud to
Oh,
myself
Fair.
because bisexual math is real, and it's bad.
I'm just I'll help you out here. So
Thank you.
if you want to swing a crit bar, the only thing that would do anything is your 6/5 trample double striker.
Yeah.
It would
And
also
I'm not,
die.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I think I'm gonna throw
Okay.
it. We're all getting pretty equal here. I think I'm gonna have to throw it at Nick. I'm sorry. I'm not targeting. I promise.
You don't know.
I just
You should be targeting me.
Yeah,
don't
you
have to
should still be
follow me.
targeting Nick. Nick is still definitely
If
the
you're ever
threat.
playing, if
The
you're ever
board
playing
wipe that
someone-
happened last round only
Yeah.
helped Nick when it was trying to hurt Nick. So
Yeah, if
Nick
you're ever
is
playing against someone with a board state like mine and they go, "Don't know, why are you tagging me?" Attack that
No,
person.
attack that person.
Exactly.
Okay.
yeah.
My
Yeah,
sarcasm meter is thrown off by the fact that I teach middle schoolers all day. So it's like
You are braver than I am. All right. So
All
I've
right,
got
so
a
I am
lot
gonna
of damage coming my way.
Yeah, I think
that's
I've
like-
gotta
okay.
put some of that damage your way.
All right. So, all right. They both have double strike, so neither of them are going to
Both
die.
have double strike. Correct.
Now that we know a little bit more about double strike and trample, so if I block the 6/5 with my Arasta, who is a 3/5, the first hit would kill Arasta and 1 damage would go through to me, and then
Correct.
the second hit, the
Second
remaining
hit
6
would be
go
full
through.
damage.
So that would be
Yeah.
7. And then, excuse me. And then if I block your other guy with my Psychosis Crawler,
That's an 8.
then yeah.
But it doesn't have
Um,
trample, so
that
that 8 would just hit the crawler.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, because it would hit it twice. It would technically be dead on the first strike. Like it wouldn't have any
Mhm.
toughness
Yeah.
left, but it would get hit again. And yeah, so all right, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna, in order to not be dead on the next turn by taking the full, what would that be, 12, like 20 damage, I will let both of these creatures die. I will take 7 damage from the Ursine.
Also, Mirror,
Yeah.
Psychosis Crawler, when people put that shit out, it's there to kill you. It's
That's a bad
very-
guy. Yeah, I mean,
It's a bad
hear
one.
I did a read
Yeah.
recently. Phyrexians are apparently pretty bad all the time.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so full disclosure, Psychosis Crawler is in here. If I can ever get one of my trees out, they're like 0/13s. So I sacrifice one of them with Felithar and I draw 13 cards.
Oh
And then
yeah.
everyone
Okay.
takes 13 and then my hand is, yeah.
We
So,
learn something new every day. Yeah, that can
Yes.
go
Yeah.
away.
yes. So yeah, that will happen. I will take the 7, taking me down to 18. These 2 will die and nothing will happen to your creatures. Neither of them have defender, so I don't have to go tutor for another basic land.
Yes.
That's
Your
sad.
creatures are
Arasta-
still tapped for attack.
honestly.
Yeah.
Arasta is such. I never get any
Ar-
triggers off of her.
Arasta, no, someone else in this game has gotten some Arasta triggers lately, and that had me big
Ha ha.
scared. Yeah,
Hee
someone
hee
hee
ha
hee ho
ha.
ho in their Shelob deck like
Ha ha he ha
caused
ha.
me trauma.
Ching tang. Walla walla bing
She
bang.
she lob on my Ugalant until I spider.
Stop.
We're done.
I'm
Sorry.
I passed turn. I passed turn.
Really quickly.
Tolkien just
Yes.
melted through his coffin into the earth, down to the magma.
Really quickly, I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Your 5/6 hit what on Nick's side?
Hit
my-
my 3/5.
So it would have been a 5 hitting them? correct?
Yeah,
was
but
a
it has
six-
it
it
is
was
Oh,
a
it,
double
it would
six.
have
strike,
died first. Oh,
so
never
it killed
mind.
me
Great.
first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a
I
six
had that hope
five going
too.
that way. Yeah.
I had that hope
Okay.
too, Omega. I was like, maybe I can kill one of them, but the double strike.
All right. As the youth say, it's time to get lit. I'm playing the. Oh wait, no, I'm not. I'm gonna pay 1, 2, 3 for tireless provisioner. 3, I said, for tireless provisioner, and then because that card's so lit and it gives me a treasure or a food token whenever I play a land, then I'm gonna play my firelit thicket, so I get a treasure, a big old treasure, and then I'm gonna pay. Time for that? Should I wait a second? Let's wait a second, and instead I will pay 1, 2, 3 for Flubs the Fool, which lets me play an additional land on each of my turns. And whenever I play a land or cast a spell, I draw a card if I have no cards in hand. Otherwise, I discard a card. And I don't actually have another land, but I wanted to spend my mana while I had my mana. So I will pass turn.
All right.
What a cutie.
He is. He's also a CDH nightmare. And I
Yeah.
want to clarify, I don't have any Cheerios in this deck. So,
I don't know what that
What
means.
does that even mean?
What
so
does that mean?
Cheerios are cards that cost 0 mana. And the
Ah.
CDH strategy with Flubs the Fool is you put out Flubs the Fool, and then you play a spell that costs 0 mana, and then you draw a card, and then you play you draw something that costs 0 mana, and you play it again, and then you just destroy your deck, play every card in it because they're all Cheerios, and then you win.
Yeah.
Because you play a card like Laboratory Maniac, where you win that way, or Thassa's Oracle, and you win that way.
Yeah.
Ew.
It's really, really sweaty. I don't have any Cheerios in this deck. He is just here because discarding makes me happy, and playing more lands makes me happy in this deck.
Wait.
All right. Yeah.
I'll fix something on my turn. I don't want to keep stopping on other people's turns. We'll keep going.
You're good.
I'm writing down notes because I keep reading the cards and going, oh crap. Okay.
Is it something that would have made my life worse? Like, did you miss a trigger that would have changed the board state, or is it like, oh, I
No,
forgot, like,
no,
okay.
no. Nothing like that. But I got to do some math.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna tap for 1 and a green. To play a Wall of Roots. And then I am going to tap for. I'll tap one of these planes for this to get 2 mana, and then 2 more mana. So wait,
I'll be
1,
right back.
2,
I'm still listening.
3. Okay. I'm going to tap for 3, and Felithar is going to sacrifice this Wall of Roots, which will trigger my goddamn Rampart Architect. So I'll go get a basic if I have any left. Do I have any left? Do I have any left? Might not. We might be out, folks.
Ooh.
Nope, there's a forest. Let me just take a quick. Oh yeah, and I got another forest in there. So, and 2 more forests. Okay. All right. Now let's do a quick shuffle. Shuffle. Oh shit. And then once I'm done shuffling, I am going to draw 5 cards on the Felithar trigger and discard 0. See, this is why you don't want Psychosis Crawler alive.
The math is mathin'. Yeah.
All right, so let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right. We are going to tap for. Wait, make sure. Let's play. I don't know. Let's play this Verdant Catacombs for turn. I'm not going to use it yet. We're going to tap for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure there was a black mana in there. There was. We're going to cast Will of the Abzan. Choose one. If you control a commander, you may choose both. Any number of target opponents. Spoilers, I am going to pick each of you. Sacrifice a creature with the greatest power among creatures you control and lose 3 life. And then I return target creature card from the graveyard to the battlefield.
From a graveyard?
From my graveyard.
Okay. So that's Cavalier of Flame for me, which means that everybody's going to take 1 damage, and each planeswalker you control is also going to take 1 damage for each land in my graveyard, which is currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So everybody's going to take 5 damage from that dying. I'll take the 3 damage from that spell.
And I'm going to return Psychosis Crawler.
Okay,
battlefield.
so for
And
me,
each of you also
then-
lose 3 life in addition to sacking the creature.
So you lose your Ursine. Your raccoon actually gets to stay, Mir. Isn't that fucking exciting?
that is pretty cool.
That's great. A spell happened that didn't kill your raccoon.
For
You
what?
said we take 5, Phil?
we
Yeah,
take-
everybody takes 5.
Okay.
So we're taking 5 and then an additional 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
8 total if you're not me.
Yeah. Yes.
What
And
did
then
we-
everyone sacks the it has to be the one with the greatest power.
Yep.
So
and
my
that's
only creature is my commander. It goes
Yeah.
back to the command zone. However, that is a non-token creature dying on my side, so I will get a clue.
Get a
Nice.
clue.
I am going to
I remember
then
that song.
tap for 2 to play Wall of Omens. It's a 0/4 defender. When it enters, I draw a card.
Jesus. So everybody loses a life because of Psychosis Crawler.
It's
When I get you.
And then I'm gonna tap for 1, 2, 3, 4. To play Arbor Adherent, aka Dog Priest. He's a 2/4. I can tap him to add 1 mana of any color, or tap him to add X mana where X is of any color, where X is the greatest toughness among other creatures you control.
Well, that's gonna be a lot of mana next turn.
Yeah, it's 5 effectively right now. And then I will pass. I have 5 cards in hand, so Psychosis is a 5/5.
At your end step, because I did create a clue, which is a token, I will tap out of Oblivion and draw a card.
Hell yeah.
Okay, I'm glad I did, because that's what I didn't get on that. And then I will go to my untap.
Omega, this can't be. This can't be. How many lands are in this deck?
Enough.
Those 3.
This
it's
simply
those three.
cannot be.
And then I will draw for turn. And guess
Come
what
on,
I did
baby.
not get?
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
How many lands
Yep.
are in? Well, hey, I can check your deck list. I can take a look
Yep.
at your deck.
It's 5.
Yep. Okay. I am going to do what? Let me just look this up there really quickly.
I mean, 34 is a little low, but it's not like crazy.
Yeah, with blue green, I think you can get away with 34.
Yeah.
And especially a lot of signets and stuff. Sorry.
Jahira's in
I'm a-
here. Inspiring Statuary's in here. Mana's not the problem.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's true. It is just
I'm a-
sad that you've missed this many land drops. I missed a land drop in a landfall deck, so like
I'm going to tap a singular. I have to do this smartly because surprisingly the amount of colored mana I have right now is very minimal. I'm going to tap Talisman of Curiosity for 1. I know it's going to suck, but I'm going to take the life and get a blue out of this. And I'm going to, because it has affinity for artifacts in LOL, I will play Thought Monitor. It's an artifact creature. When it enters, I will draw 2 cards. Let's see if any of these.
I believe.
They simply
Actually,
Oh,
no,
must
baby.
I'm gonna do this backwards. I'm gonna do this
Oh, baby.
backwards. And I did do this backwards on purpose. I did not touch it. I need to float that probably
Sure.
green. This to tap this to get my commander out. Then affinity blop. Thought Monitor. Because I'm going to draw 2 cards now, and when I draw my second card each turn, I put 2 +1/+1 counters onto Morska. Bloop. Or, I swear to God. I swear. Okay.
No way. I hate that.
I'm crying.
You've still
That's
got a lot of
actually
mana out there, right?
plenty.
Like when you think about
Um,
it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can tap
uh,
all of your artifacts, 9, 10, 11.
I
I mean,
have
you
one
got more
floating
mana
from
than I
here.
do in the landfall deck.
I have 1 mana floating from there, but I can't do anything with it.
You just got to work a little
Um,
harder for it.
I guess I will use that floating mana from here and Exotic Orchard to attach Nettle Cyst.
Bring it to work.
Monitor or to, I mean, it has to be Morska at this point. That's the only way I survive, if I survive at all. So I'm gonna keep this separate because this is it counters? No, it just gets +1/+1 for each one.
Yeah.
So this is 2 counters, but it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it is it's 10 +1/+1. It's a +1 +10 +10 +2 +2 +2 +1/+1 counters. I could put them together, but it's gonna change. So I'm not going to. So she is right now a 14, 15. Which is great.
Going
Can
on
I
15,
do
16.
anything? You said what?
Oh, I was just doing a Sound of Music reference. Go ahead.
Ow. Yeah, LOL. I hear it now. I cannot believe I did not draw land. That is actually wild. I have nothing else that is colorless in my hand. And I can't use any of that. You know what? I technically have one more chance. Because I did get a clue at the beginning of this turn. Let's just tap Item of Oblivion to see if this is a land. It is!
Let's go.
It's
But it's-
over.
Wait, where did your clue?
It
Where did
enters
you?
tapped.
Wait.
Enters
It's
tapped.
a Simic Growth Chamber. It's worse.
It's a bounce. It bounces.
Oh
Hey,
my god.
that just means you've got a land drop next turn.
Yeah. Oh, it's even better.
I can't.
Wow.
Also, I think my clues here. Sorry.
It's a Gemini
Um,
season miracle.
I mean, yeah. Listen, that's literally my turn. That's all I can do. You know,
It's not a bad
Okay.
turn. You drew a lot of
Okay.
cards. You got
really
you got a
strong.
15, 13. You got a flying
Mhm.
blocker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's not a bad turn.
Listen, it's time for raccoons.
It's time
It's
for
a
I'm
raccoon
working
now.
on it. I'm working on it. Yes. Okay, untap, upkeep, and draw. Okay. Okay, I can't do that. Okay. Now let me do this before I forget. Okay. I wrote down the order I needed to do things in because the ADHD is
Okay.
strong at these East Coast hours. Crap. Okay. I'm doing this. Okay. I am tapping one of my green and my soul ring to bring out oh wait, you know what? I actually have to do this slightly in reverse. So
Oh, I'm so
actually wait,
sorry.
no, this works. Oh yeah.
I should have a separate crew. I did a bet on my side. Don't worry about it. Continue.
Also, I completely forgot a thing that I needed to do. So for the first time in this game, a whole round ago, when Berserker's Onslaught hit and did damage that actually made it through to Nick, I was supposed to have drawn a card from Bello.
Wrong.
Oh, you should have.
No.
Yeah,
Wrong. You were
because
supposed
it
to
would
draw
have been
2 cards because it has double
Oh.
strike.
oh
So the damage happened twice. You get to draw 2 cards.
okay.
Well, wait
Cool.
a second. What was its power when it attacked?
So, its power was it killed it on the first one. So it
Yeah,
was
so
8.
so you are actually correct because it killed the perimeter captain or whatever I blocked it with was a 0-4. So I think it did damage to me on the second.
No,
hit.
it didn't. It didn't do damage to you on the second hit because it doesn't have trample.
Yeah, right.
So
right.
unfortunately, you would not draw a card.
On the second hit, damage went through to him though.
Yeah,
and
no,
it
so
On trample, the creature that bear thing you had went through because it had trample. This does not go through because it does not have trample.
Yeah, so this is why I was confused
Okay.
earlier, Mare. When you
Okay.
killed my 0-4, when he dies, he's technically considered blocking until the end of combat. So even though he's like a 0-4 that's dead, the double striker without trample just has to like hit him again.
Corpses get in the way, but they don't get in the way if you have
That's
trample.
why, yeah,
If you have
that's why
trample.
I was confused. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, this should adjust some things in a moment. I'm so sorry at the start of this. I'm going to apologize anyway. All right. So I'm going to bring out Garrick's Uprising.
Sick.
Yeah. So Garrick's Uprising, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, draw a card. I do. So I will draw that card. Creatures you control have trample. Whenever a creature you control with power 4 or greater enters, draw a card. I'm also now going to tap because please fix me if this is incorrect, but it's also going to be a problem anyway. So I'm going to tap for green, tap for green, tap for green, tap for green, tap for 1, and bring out Unnatural Growth.
Oh,
Correct.
Yes.
That is a creature on your turn with power
my
4 or
turn.
greater. So you best bet you'll be drawing that card.
All right.
You Scooby-Dooby drawing that card.
All right. I didn't put down a land per turn because it didn't have one at the start of this. So Exotic Orchard pops out as my land.
You have red and green from me, so that is.
So it's really nice.
Yeah, it's good to
go. Which means that I'll also, because that won't do. Okay. Well, okay. So I guess I could, because this is just this is gonna get a little ugly here.
This is gonna get fucking sick.
This is about to get pretty icky.
You're gonna get 2 8/8 double strike tramplers.
2 8/8 double strikes with trample plus a commander with.
He's too precious to attack.
Yes, I mean, yeah. At this point,
I
don't think
6/6
commander
double
damage
strike
is the
trample is fine, but
not as okay. Well, that would be that would be 12, right?
Yeah, 6/6 double strike and trample would be 12, but whatever gets blocked on the way in would get blocked on the way in.
Okay, all right. So, and then with that as well, I'm going to, since I have these guys here, and I don't think I'm blasting. I think that I'm a problem now. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to tap that one for red. I'm going to take 1 damage and tap that one for green. And then bring out Wandertail Mentor. So whenever you expend 4, put a 1/1 counter on Wandertail Mentor. Would that have had to have happened like next round, essentially? Because I've already expended.
We can redo the way you did all of this to play the Wandertail Mentor first, unless that's the card you drew, which I know it wasn't because I saw you draw Exotic Orchard.
Okay.
I'm almost positive the expend coming in will see what has been expended this turn.
The expend happened when you use your 4th mana to cast a spell this turn, which would have been on Unnatural Growth, but you had the mana available. No, you didn't have the mana available.
No,
because you used Exotic Orchard.
Yeah.
Really quickly, what I'm saying is, cause I have a what's the squirrel commander with expend. If I read it wrong when I looked up, even though you've already expended it, if a card with expend comes in and you have expended 4, it will see that you have expended 4.
It can tell that over the course of my turn 4 has been spent.
I don't think so.
No.
I think it's when it's cast.
It's a triggered ability. So it happens when you.
I think there might be cards that say like if you have spent 4 mana this turn, then it would. But if
Yeah.
it says when you spend your 4th.
Yeah. It says as you spend your 4th total mana to cast this. Yeah.
Okay.
So because you needed to draw the Exotic Orchard to have that mana available to
Yeah,
play that,
That's what.
and you needed the Garruk's Uprising out to draw the Exotic Orchard,
Mhm.
the order of this would never allow you to expend 4 before the Wandertail Mentor was down. Right.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes. I'm
All right.
working the puzzle out in my head. There
This
are
is.
numbers flying at me.
I know it's like the Matrix.
Unfortunately,
Okay, I'm so sorry that
you just
my
have
stuff is.
an 8/8 double strike,
And a whole
two
bunch.
8/8 double strike tramplers.
Yeah, I'm over here like I'm about to have to do a lot of math. I mean, assuming that this is coming my way.
I think that we're kind of at the point that some of this has to go in other directions too, because Phil has 20, and so I was planning to kind of split some of this too. Which is why, because I was hoping to be able to get another thing out, but it didn't work, and that's
I
okay.
feel like I've shared feelings with you. And
I feel like
the feeling that I would share with you is the only person it wouldn't be advantageous for you to swing at is Crit Bard.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
But here's the other thing. You might kind of end up playing Kingmaker here. Because as far as blockers go, you have a 3/3 and a 2/2 double striker.
Mhm.
So like you can't really protect against Maresca
Mm-mm.
after you send.
Yeah.
Which means that if you clear out Nick or you clear out me, Crit just kind of comes in over the top and kills you. Although I guess Maresca doesn't have trample. So you could chump.
I will say this, Mayor. This is my only politicking that I will do because if you decide to full swing at me, that's fine. If you don't kill me, I might be able to deal with Morska, the 11, the 13, 11 or whatever she is right now. They are. But if I'm dead, then that obviously will not be the case.
This tracks.
So I will say right now, this is the definition of king making. You are basically deciding the fate of someone else's win right now, because if you deal with me, Squire, Nick, and then if you hit him, Nick hits me, I die, then Nick has the upper hand in the end, right? It's like we're at a point where you just have to make a choice.
Yeah, it's kind of tough.
I think your best option is leaving Crit Bard alive because Morska doesn't have trample or unblockable. Nick has that enchantment that he's had the entire time that makes his shit unblockable.
Yeah.
That's pretty tricky.
Psychosis crawler stuff too.
I'm gonna be honest, I haven't done shit all game and I don't have shit to do. Like
that's where I'm at right now.
I've got maybe some treasures coming my way. My commander costs 7 mana. I have 7 lands right now. So the worst thing I could do, I have 2 cards in my hand right now. If both of them are lands, I could do 4 damage to one of your creatures with my commander. That's my threat level for you.
Oh, this is so stressful for my first time playing this out here. Ooh.
But
okay.
All right, I'm pretty sure. Mayor, you have how many of your creatures have trample? That's a good question to know.
All of my creatures have trample.
Okay, I'm pretty sure you can swing. Okay, so 5/2. You can swing one creature at Phil, and I think Phil dies. 1/8/8, because on the first hit, it would, even if he blocked with both of his creatures, they would both die, and it's a double striker.
Total 16.
Yeah, so 7, he'd get hit for 1, and then 8. Or because they're 16s. They're
it would be a total of 16 because it's double strike because it would be there, but then it's also the doubled because of unnatural growth.
Nick has untapped mana. How many times have we swung this game? And then Nick said, "Surprise! I have something."
Yeah, exactly. Well, and
so
that is true.
I'm saying Nick saying like, "Hey, swing at someone else." Okay. Like, is
I
that
I,
does
I,
that feel
I
like
just,
something you
I just
believe
wanted to,
is true?
let you know, Mayor, that if you swing one at Phil, I think I could be wrong. I think Phil dies. I think he's at 20 health.
If you
It's a,
swing one at me, 16 does not equal 20.
That's
oh, I
yeah.
thought
That
they were doubling to 32. I'm sorry.
No,
no, it's already
they're
doubled up
8s.
to 16. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
double up to 16.
So I don't think it takes either of you out. Is
Well, I
kind of
mean,
what
it
it
could
could.
take Nick out
Here's what I'm gonna
to
do.
13.
Okay,
I'm gonna do
I'm
something.
gonna.
It's not a wise move to do in Magic, but I'm gonna show my hand. I have a flawless.
Okay, okay.
I've got a flawless maneuver in hand, which means I'm gonna be able to cast this and give my creatures indestructible. At the very least,
Trample damage
I'm
still
gonna.
gets through.
Yeah, no, I know. I just want to be honest with Mayor. I believe you still probably have lethal, but just know that there's a possible. So if I have, because I just want to, I don't want us to spend 10 minutes politicking this, and then I do flawless maneuver, and then I end up living. So let's just math this out real quick to make sure you could kill me. So I've got 4. This would drop him down to 4, so that'd be 8, 12, 16 total toughness. So I could absorb 16 power, and
Which
then
is what I have
from only one of them, though, right?
for only one of them. If I
Which means the second one that you swing with would kill me. So if you swing with 2, I'm dead.
Yeah.
And
Swing
so the
with
reason
2
I'm telling you
and
that is that you can, if you have extras to throw elsewhere or to keep to protect yourself, you should. You only need 2 to kill me. That's why I'm showing you this, because I was like, yeah. Even if
the enchantments don't stay creatures, so those don't work as blockers.
They can't be blockers. Pretty much the only blocker I would have would be Wandertail, because Bellows.
You got your 2/2 and your 3,
right
but like that 2/2 fully blocks Morska unless Morska's got trample or flying.
Is Morska flying?
No.
No.
There are cards. There are cards. There's a flyer. It's a thought monitor. It's like a 2/2. It's fine.
Yeah, there is a flyer over here, but yeah.
That ain't the threat.
Right. For some reason, I thought with all of Morska's silliness, she got that.
There are blue cards that give unblockable. There are blue cards that give flying. There are green cards that give trample.
Yeah, my fairy deck, I know.
So
if you keep me alive, I have a card to get rid of Morska. So that's the only other politicking I have in hand, is I have a card that will get rid of Morska.
If you keep me alive, I won't kill you. I'll leave you alone. I'll save you for last.
So
I have no bargaining power other than saying
at this point.
I'm at a point where I'm vibing. Do what you got to do. I will say though, historically for this game, I have had the worst game. Respectfully. Yeah.
You've got more mana than I do.
Yeah, unnecessary. You're correct. You're correct. There could be a win here, and I'm not necessarily politicking for myself to win. I'm just saying out loud. You just have to make a choice. You help someone in the end.
I actually think
no pressure, Bear. No pressure. All of our fates are in your hand. That's all.
I know this. I was not expecting this to be the thing. I was expecting to have died before I could have done anything with Bello, to be honest. Because that was kind of what happened the last time I played with him. Okay, so for this, all right. Here's
just to summarize. Your best bet is against Crit Bard, because you have 2 blockers to find something that can handle Morska. You have 2 turns where that commander damage can't kill you.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because that would be commander.
Oh, also you just have 14 life. I think Morska hits you once you die.
I mean, I feel like any of you've hit me with what you got, I'm gonna die.
So I have a 3/2 and a 0/5. My shit cannot hurt you.
Okay, I think so then here's what I'm gonna do, and I'm just gonna let it be what it's gonna be at this point, because I don't.
No one will be mad at you.
I don't see myself getting out of this. I will, because I will for this. I'm gonna send. I just think that direction, because that's where he was. I'm gonna send.
All of your enchantments have haste. Yes. Okay. Sorry. I was like, wait.
No, just.
No, your enchantments have haste. Bello gives your enchantments.
Oh, Bello does give them all haste too. Yeah.
So they can all swing. I was forgetting how Bello works.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna. Not him, because he's not big enough in order.
He's not special.
Okay. He's not. He's not a 4. All right. Okay, I'm sending the Berserker to CB. I'm sending a natural growth to Phil, and then I'm going to end up sending just because, like, at this point, I'm gonna just end up having to like, because he's got trample as well. But you have what's the
I
biggest
would
thing on
really
your
recommend
side?
you leave your creatures alive
Leave
to block
the
Morska because
I think
Morska's your biggest threat.
okay, well, but I'm sending one there.
That's not gonna kill Morska though.
1616? What's Morska at?
Well,
It is not
he
necessarily a 1616. It is a well, it is. Sorry.
It's an
Morska
8
right
strike
now
and an 8
is
strike.
a Morska right now is a 16. Sorry, math. I can't math right now. A 1516.
I got you.
yeah.
so
So
as a
Morska is
15-16, Morska would take that damage on the first strike, but still deal the 15.
no, but
or,
all of her creatures are indestructible.
Yeah.
oh, true.
The enchantments are indestructible.
What I'm saying though is that if you swing your creatures, so what Crit can do is block with Thought Monitor, go down to like 2, which is risky. But then if you've swung your creatures, you have nothing to block Morska and you die.
Morska's going to be dead by her next turn.
At
That's what
this
you're saying.
Okay, I mean, at this point, I think that just I am not the right person to have been in this position. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna throw these
Do it.
out there
That's
with
totally
what I
fine.
had. So it is what it is. It'll be a play that is played. I play the play. And then so yeah, so this one I said was going to CB, and then one was going to you, Phil, because I rolled
Okay.
for it too.
Okay.
Because then in that case, if
You got
Nick does
yeah.
live, then Nick can do anything that doesn't get taken care of, and he can mop up.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
I will take
Do you
16.
declare blockers?
I declare no blockers.
Okay.
I'm just gonna take 16.
All right, that's 16.
You got to respect the dice.
Going to 4.
Yep. I will block with Morska.
Okay. And that would have been 15 coming at me, so this would have still been up at 1. So it's not.
Well,
It's
It's
indestructible.
indestructible.
It's
Oh my gosh.
indestructible, yeah. And
Oh
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
East
yeah.
Coast hours be woo. All right.
I feel that.
Morska goes
Yeah,
back.
and so they basically it would hit as an 8/8, and then it hits again as an 8/8, but it won't
Yeah.
matter because, like you said, it's indestructible. So
Okay. All right. And then I'm leaving those other 2 up. And then and I am passing turn because I'm out of mana and out of brain cells.
All good. All right. I'm going to hit 1, 2, 3, 4. For Splendid Reclamation, cast trigger on flubs. I discard a card. So I'll discard that mountain. Splendid Reclamation returns all lands I control to the battlefield tapped. So that mountain, this river glide pathway, this storm carved coast, this spire garden, this wooded foothills, and this gruel turf, and this old house. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 landfall triggers. So I'll make 6 treasure tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, 7 new ones. Wait, sorry. No, it's 6. So I have 7 treasures total. 7 total treasures. I will then cast. I'll tap 1, 2, 3 for fanfic search. Nobody look at my AO3 tags, but I'm going to draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards and untap up to 3 lands. So I will actually draw 3 cards because of flubs. 1, 2, 3. And I will discard 2 cards. I will discard this land and this land. And then I will untap some lands. I will untap the wooded foothills. I will untap the gruel turf. Oh, sorry, as gruel turf enters, I should return a card to my hand, or a land to my hand. I'll return the Hinterland Harbor. So I'll untap the gruel turf, and I'll untap my Triumph. All righty. 4 life, huh? They call me For Life in a Dream. I'm gonna let's just live right on the edge. I'm gonna lose 3 life by sacking Wooded Foothills and finding a breeding pool that comes in untapped.
Ooh.
So I'll lose 2 when that comes in. I'm down at 1 life. That will give me another treasure. I need how much mana for my commander? It's normally 5, so I need 7. That's quite a bit. I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. To oh no, I won't do that. I will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 5, 6. 5, 6, I believe. For Hugs the Grizzly Guardian. Costs 4 mana plus X. X lets me exile the top cards of my library. That many, so 2. So Rampant Growth and a Fiery Islet. It's also another land I get to play. I will play. I can't use the Fiery Islet, but I will play it for a treasure trigger and a Flubs trigger to draw. So that's my second land this turn. I will tap this Gruul Turf. No, I will play this forest as my third land for turn, getting a 4th treasure token and drawing a card. I will pay. Yeah, now I will. I didn't mean to flip that 180. I'll tap the
I love
Gruul
that.
Turf for Rampant Growth.
That's how real Magic players tap their lands.
Yeah, I
Discard-
tapped it all the way
discarding
around.
That negate and grabbing a basic land. I'll grab a basic mountain, I think is what I should probably grab. Mountain, which will trigger that treasure. And then I need 7 for my commander to come out. But what does that do to help me? Not much. It would just continue the movement. And after 7, I would still have 3 mana left. Or I could just Heart of the Cards, Fiery Islet. Because I have 1 more landfall. I have Hugs as landfall. I can't use this for life. So I'm going to pay 1 and sack the Fiery Islet to draw a card. That's interesting. I will pay 1, 2 for Life from the Loam, which lets me return 3 target land cards from my graveyard to my hand. Nope, that's my library. Sorry, I'm shuffling. What just happened?
Oh, I was just saying I just got one of those cards and it was very pretty. Like I just got one
Nice.
recently.
All right.
Yeah, I love Life.
I thought I was muted. Sorry.
You're fine. Okay, let's probably find things that don't do damage to me. Oh, except then I won't have. Oh, yes, I will. So let's grab Hinterland Harbor, Sulphur Falls, and Carsplution Forest. I will hit Sulphur Falls as my last land for turn, discarding Carsplusion Forest, giving me 1 treasure. I'll pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and tap this Sulphur Falls for Borborygmos, which will draw me a card and discard any number of lands. I discard this Hinterland Harbor, letting me deal 2 damage to any 1 target. And I choose. It has to be a creature. Oh, how's your dog? No, your dog's a 4. That's a big dog. Jeepers.
Yeah, he's got that dog in him. He is that dog in me.
Shoot. Yeah, I'm just dead. So I'll hit. The only thing I can relate is the Thought Monitor or the Wandertail Mentor. I like the Wandertail Mentor. You didn't choose me when you chose Kingmaker, so fuck you. We'll get rid of that. We'll spite that out, I guess.
We love
In
a spite.
response, no, yeah, yeah.
In
That's fine.
response, you could
In
not tap
response.
mana.
Things you never hear the Groll player say.
Yeah.
Like I'm
All
so
right.
used to screaming it with my blue black deck. So yeah.
All right. I got one treasure left. And one land left, and I just got a pass turn. I could swing with a 3/2, but that's it. So I'm on the mercy of the court.
All right. Well, unfortunately, how much you have? One life.
I have one life.
Well,
You draw
at
one
my
card. I
draw
draw on
step,
your
I draw
upkeep.
one card on my
Yep.
upkeep. Yeah.
All right, I'm
Ah.
toast.
Is that
Ripskis.
everyone takes one as well?
Everyone takes one.
Yeah.
Right. Trying to see if I can. And so you got 13 and 15. I do not have enough.
Was
Oh,
I
shit.
supposed to draw a card because I dealt damage to people?
Yes, probably 2 cards per person you attacked.
Okay.
You
Well,
did not
what-
deal any damage to me. No.
I
yeah.
did
Oh,
deal damage.
so
Okay.
you'll just draw 2.
two
damage to
from
me.
hitting
Yeah.
you. Okay, because you let the full 16 through.
I'm gonna play Wastewood Verge for turn. Let's tap. No. These.
Oh, I didn't. It might matter because Morska died again. I would get another. I've gotten a clue from Overwalt Mysteries.
Okay.
True.
Tapping for 3. Gonna tap Felithar and sack this Wall of Omens. So I'm gonna draw 4. And then honestly, do I have to, or is it me? Okay, I'm not gonna do the 2. I'm not gonna go search for the Rampart because I don't. All right, let's just do this. To all right, so you've got Bellow out, and CB, you've got Thought Monitor.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Psychosis Crawler is up to a 9. What's him do to draw? Yeah. All right. I'm gonna tap for 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna tap for 2. I'm gonna play Assault Formation. It just does the same thing my commander does. Each creature assigns combat damage equal to its toughness. And then I can also pay 2 and a green and give creatures I control +0/+1 till end of turn, which I'll do. Tap for 3, so everyone will get +1 on them. Right. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. All right, let's move to combat. All right, so you have a 3/3 blocker, and then you've got a, what is Thought Monitor? A 2,
2/2.
2/2? Okay.
I'll just point out, Mir, you lived through my turn.
I noticed.
All right.
I want to be a
Mir,
ghost.
I'm
I'm just
going.
a ghost haunting the table.
All right, so this guy is a 5, and this one is a 5, so that's 10. think. Okay. All right. I will move to combat. I'm going to. Fuck. I fucked up. Didn't do my math right. All right. So this is a 9. This guy's gonna be 5. This will be 5. I think I have to do this to not be dead. I'm gonna tap. All right, I'm gonna swing at you, Mayor, for 9 with Psychosis Crawler. He's a 9/9.
Does he
And
have anything that goes along with him? Like,
he does not. He does not. He's just a 9/9.
So
Or no, sorry, he's technically an 8/9. He's actually oh yeah, he assigns toughness. So yeah, 9/9. So he's an 8/9 that will deal 9 damage. And actually, how much mana do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
God.
And pump that 3 times. 7. 10. Creature. Okay, no. Then they wouldn't have been blockable. Yeah. All right. So I am gonna swing at you with for 9.
Yep.
And
I'm gonna just take that 9.
right. And then I am going to tap for 1, 2 white, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am going to use Austere Command to destroy all enchantments and all artifacts.
Nick, there seems to be a lot more cards that were in your hand than that flawless maneuver. That's
Well,
so strange.
I drew 5 cards.
I thought we were being very honest in our
we were.
disclosures.
I drew 5 cards from sacking
That's
my
so
Wall of Omens.
interesting. That's so
Right.
interesting.
But that'll get rid of this and this and this and this. Look, I got rid of the enchantment that you don't like, Phil.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Mirror,
But
by the
they-
way, I'm specifically glaring at you.
Me. That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, it's totally
I'm
fine.
just trying to make you feel guilty because you did have to do the Kingmaker thing. You did a fine
I
job.
didn't ask to be a kingmaker. I just wanted to play with some some fuzzy little creatures in the
I
woods.
really hate casting a late game board wipe, but I was like,
Yeah.
I'm dead. I'm dead next turn. But I think maybe
Yeah.
now I won't be.
Your boots are gone as well, Mirror.
Oh crap! Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's an artifact. Thank you.
Oh, Jesus.
And then last
Oh,
I'll tap for 3.
God.
And I'll play a Welcoming Vampire. A 2/3 flyer that lets me draw once per turn if a creature with power 2 or less enters.
Okay.
I'll pass to Omega.
The only reason I'm not scooping is it's because charity. So I will untap, upkeep, draw. That's what it's not. I'll play Exotic Orchard. I will tap 1, 2, and you. For Tireless Tracker, when that land enters, I investigate. Whenever I sacrifice a clue, I get a +1/+1 counter on Tireless Tracker. I'll tap these green and a white. I'll play Yodian Dissident. Whenever an artifact enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. I will pass.
All right. Untap, upkeep, and draw. Mm, I'm going to. Ugh. All right, I'm going to 2 green and 1, 2, 3, and then I'm gonna bring out asceticism. It's an
Cool.
enchantment. Creatures you control have hexproof. I can tap 1 green to regenerate a target creature. The next time it would be destroyed, instead tap it, remove it from combat, and heal all damage to it. So this is on my turn. Has haste and has indestructible. It's a 4/4. Has haste and indestructible. He's there. What else do I have? Can I get anything else out? I do not believe so. Oh, I didn't play a land per turn. Play a mountain. And then do I still don't have.
If you can get any other blockers out.
It would be great if this thing didn't have just enchantments for the most part.
Yeah.
Than my hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then actually, okay, because that was my land per turn. So I'm gonna tap this for a green. And then 1, 2. Um I don't know if it's worth it, but we're here. Okay. I'm gonna do that to play Beastmaster Ascension. It's not strong enough in order to be a 4/4, but whenever a creature you control attacks, you may put a quest counter on Beastmaster Ascension. And so this guy is going to go. What kind of blockers do you have over there? You have 4s, 3,
2 4s
a
and a
4,
3.
2 4s, and a 3. And then I'm just trying to see what is that ability that's. Oh, and I can't hit your vampire, so it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I could still block with a bay. I would die.
Yeah. That's. I don't have anything that I can get. Go. Yeah, I don't have any other blockers or anything out. Wait. No. Yeah, everything else in my hand is too expensive for me to have played anything else beyond that. Remind me what hexproof is apart from it. Is that essentially
This
what?
can't be targeted. So like any spell that has target in it.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
gotcha.
like
None of the
Shroud.
none of the board wipes that have hit the board this
Yeah.
game. For
Like
future reference.
the swords to plowshares couldn't be used on you.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. All
But
right.
the
Well,
artifact
I'm
one, the austere command,
yeah.
the toxic
Throwing
values, all of that
Radagast
goes
at
around.
you just as one last fell shot, Nick.
Radagast?
Yeah, asceticism. Well, he's
Oh,
got
okay.
it's the picture.
Oh, it is Radagast. That's
It is
cute. I didn't notice
Radagast.
that.
He's covered in all sorts of critters.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take the 4.
Cool. Like taps but doesn't tap. Yeah. And then whenever creature you control attacks, you may put a quest counter on Beastmaster Ascension for whatever it's worth. All right, cool. I pass.
All right. Tap up, keep, draw. All right, I'm going to play an access tunnel for turn for land. I'm going to tap for 3 and tap access tunnel. It says target creature with power 3 or less can't be blocked this turn. I'll put that on Felithar. And then I will swing. Yeah, I'm gonna swing Felithar at you, Mare, unblockable for lethal,
Mhm.
I believe, because she's
Mhm.
gonna hit for 5.
Yep, that'll make me
Uh,
dead.
and I'll swing 2 in the air at you, Omega, and then I will pass.
What's there? What am I getting hit with?
With 2 in
How
the
much?
air from the vampire. Or sorry, 3. It's a 2/3, so 3.
Oh, literally, I thought it was 2 creatures you were saying, 2 in the air.
No, sorry, just this one. Yeah, these leaving those 2 guys up, and then I will pass to you. Because believe it or
Okay.
not, I've used a lot of my gas, and I'm holding. No, having
Untap.
Farseek in hand is not too helpful at this stage.
Yeah. Untap, upkeep, draw. Draw. Somehow, still another land. I'm going to. What are your blockers right now? Just I guess I can't even see.
A 3/4 and a 2/4, which will deal their toughness damage. So
3,
ostensibly,
4,
like
2, 4. Gotcha. Thank you. Nope. Just had to make sure. Does it really do anything for me? Not really. Let's see. Let's tap. Oh yeah, I can do 1 and 2. To play Arcane Signet. An artifact has entered the battlefield under my control, so I put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature I control per Yodi and Descendant. I'll put that onto Tyler's tracker. Then I'm going to tap Arcane Signet. This for 2. These are going to be 2 blues. And that to play Tezzeret, Betrayer of Flesh. The first activated ability of an artifact. You act for an artifact. For an artifact, you activate each turn. Cost 2 less. I can +1 it to draw 2 and then discard 2 unless I discard an artifact. I can -2 them to turn that artifact into a creature. And if it isn't a vehicle, it gets power toughness 4/4, or I can do its ultimate and get an emblem that says whenever an artifact you control becomes tapped, I draw a card. We're just going to plus him up by 1. There you go. To draw 2 cards, and then I will discard something if it's not a artifact. If I don't have an artifact, which I don't. And literally neither of these are going to help me this very second. So I'm going to discard Follow the Bodies, and I'm going to discard again, what really helps me right now. And Shimmer Dragon, just too expensive. You have Felithar out right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And if I were to block the 2 biggest creatures over there, currently, if in the current state, what would go through?
If you were to wait, sorry. What do you mean if you were to block? You mean if you were to
So
attack me?
no, when on your turn, if I were to
Yep.
block the 2 biggest creatures for you right now,
Okay.
and you were to full swing, what
Yep.
would I be taking?
So Felithar, I can use Access Tunnel to make one of them unblockable. So I would probably make Felithar
True.
unblockable. So she would be hitting for 5. Then I could swing for 3 in the air, so 8, and then on the ground I would have a 4 and a 4
Okay, that's what I need
without
to know.
trample.
Then all I can do to potentially win is pass. I say
Okay.
potentially, but it's probably not going to happen. But that's all I can do.
All right. Well, I just drew another fetch land, so I might also not have a win. I know this is really riveting stuff for folks at home. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. Actually, wait. Your life's at 12.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait. And you have how many blockers?
I have 2, so if we make 1 unblockable, I still can block at least 2. You do have a
All right.
flyer, so it sounds like
Yeah.
unblockable and
So
flyer hits.
I might be able to. I'm gonna try to in this.
Mhm.
I'll do um, flawless maneuver. I'll give all my creatures indestructible. Then I will tap for 4, and I will cast Dusk to destroy all creatures with power 3 or greater.
How many board wipes do you have?
Um, a few.
Okay.
And then
Uh,
nothing you have is 3 or greater right now?
no, there is, but I use flawless maneuver, so they're not destructible.
Oh, I see. That takes out a blocker.
Yeah, so I think then
You
from there I can
you
swing
take it.
for lethal.
You take it.
Oof. Look, I know it sounds like I have a lot of board wipes. It's just because I followed the command zones updated template to add mass disruption. So I've got a few in there. The toxic delusion.
GG's,
GG's guys.
everybody.
GG's.
Ooh, sorry.
GG.
Took a little bit to get there. I felt
Yeah.
like dragging my feet there at the end.
Let's bring it back though and talk about St. Jude, right?
Yes.
Woo!
Woo.
My friends
Woohoo!
that are playing and that are watching at home, this was day 3 of our 5-day charity commander tournament, raising funds for St. Jude. Truly an amazing organization that is beloved by many because when families have a child that is being treated at St. Jude, they do not pay for treatment, travel, housing, or food, so they can truly just focus on helping their child live. Um, Omega has been showing off an amazing uh, oh gosh, I can word. I'm not even on East Coast time. Matt from St. Jude, as well as the current mascot, all provided by St. Jude patients. So thank you so much for all of your donations. Before we leave tonight, friends, do we want to tell the people who we are and where they can find us? Nick, let's start with you and just go in turn order.
Yeah, hey everyone, my name's Nick, or Scry Society on social media. I am a former, recently recovered Magic the Gathering ambassador and community manager for Shard Tabletop, virtual tabletop for 5th edition. I also I'm hoping to maybe start up my Start Playing account finally soon. So hopefully I can start running some TTRPG games for folks out there. Other than that, this has been so much fun. I just want to say that Jess is a massive inspiration to me in the charity fundraising community. So I was really excited to get to be a part of this. And Jess, you are amazing.
Okay,
And
shucks,
I'll
thanks.
popcorn
Go
it over.
next, Omega.
Hi, everybody. Again, my name is Omega Jones, also known as Quitbart. Quitbart across all social media channels. I'm very excited to be in here raising money for St. Jude. Every dollar counts and matters, and I need to stress that literally every dollar matters. It is something they did not have before. So whether you're supporting your friend in chat who's playing or just wanting to hang out, please, if you can, do not hurt yourself in the process. If you can, donation. Yeah, you can find me everywhere at Critbard. I am going to be as a featured creator at MagicCon Vegas and MagicCon Atlanta. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Don't know exactly what's happening just yet, but to be fair, most of us don't. LOL. Yeah, so hang out. Let's do LobbyCon. And hope you all have a good rest of your day.
Over to you, Mir.
Hello there. My name is Mare. You can find me on the internet at Oh Hello Mare. This has been a really cool experience. I'm really excited to do anything I do for charity. I think I do most a lot of things like this for charity within it, and being a teacher and being a teacher for the past 7 years. I've seen firsthand in some of my students the help that something like St. Jude's can do for them. So I appreciate what it is, and I appreciate everyone who donated. I appreciate everyone who has been along for the ride on this, and keep supporting. keep throwing it out there. Keep keep it up in chat, and thank you so much to the fellow players. Thank you for bearing with this newbie. I appreciate the help, even if it was harmful help. I appreciate. It's all love and gratitude. So thank you. Look for me. I'm out there. And then on to Phil.
Hi, everybody. I'm Phil. I'm Tulak. Again, please go click link and support St. Jude's. I make Magic the Gathering videos on Tulak the Cardbarian, and I skipped dinner, so I need to go. So
And with that being
that's
said, my
me.
friends, tune in tomorrow at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time, and then again on Friday as we see the winners from pods 1, 2, 3, and 4 compete. Check out the Tiltify link if you haven't already. Somebody just donated the rest of the money to get us to $1,000.
Oh
Kind
my
stranger,
god.
Holy
thank
cow!
you so much.
Hell yeah.
That
Thank
was
you, Anonymous.
Yo.
Holy
Let's
cow!
go.
Way to go.
Hell yeah.
That's what that's about. Thank you so much.
amazing.
See?
Wow,
Exactly.
that was truly so wonderful.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, goodness gracious. I'm going in to see if they made a comment. How wonderful.
Oh yeah, I
Anyway,
think so. That's plus 200 mana to the next pod or something.
Oh my gosh.
The next pod starts with 12 cards in hand and 6 floating mana on turn
That's
1.
incredible. Thank
yeah,
you,
I don't know
anonymous
about
stranger.
that.
What
But
if that rolls over to the finale?
ooh, maybe in the finale there will be a once we get to 2 hours, everyone loses 5 health.
Oh,
Ooh, yeah, love
that's
that.
spicy.
But thank you all so much for donating. Thank you to our anonymous friend who just did that. That was incredible. Everyone who's donating this week gets entered into a drawing to win some sleeves, a new custom deck box, as well as some dice. So if you are able to, please donate. With that being said, we are going to head on out of here, eat some food, and do all of the things that we do as humans. So thank you so much for hanging out with us. We're out of here.
Bye.